So check this. Would you die for me?
What kind of question is that?
Just answer the question. Would you die for me?
Yeah, nigga.
Alright. I got some bones, bitch, and that's why I talk shit. She walk with a switch, and she just might smack you if you call her a bitch. She like some real niggas, she hate fakes and recognize snakes, and I hit that pussy till it aches, and when she nuttin', she shakes. When niggas shot at me, she bust back. She carry big gas, her arm tatted, Big Mac. A boss bitch, she with that, a paper chaser. Got her own job, got her own ride, her own place. So she hate when them hoes be looking in my face. It's cool to fuck and she love it, grabbing on it, puppet. Quick to tell you, you ain't shit if you was quick when you nutted. Street educated, keep her mouth shut when interrogated. She ain't a snitch bitch there to get you incarcerated. Ghetto fabulous, drenched in her finer gear. Ice around her fingers, around her wrists, around her neck, around her ear. And when we sex, it's something vicious. That's why I love her more than them other bitches. You heard me? That's my boss bitch, a boss bitch.
Who you love, daddy?
A boss bitch, a boss bitch.
What them niggas need?
A boss bitch, a boss bitch.
Open your mind.
A boss bitch, a boss bitch.
All the time I keeps my mind on my money and all business that applies to me, but I got to have a boss, hard nigga beside me. He confide in me 'cause he knows I ain't about seeing him stressed. I showed him proof I can hold water on these funky breasts. We've been through so many war zones, but we made it back home. Singing that we won, we shot him down, so I'm gripping on the throne. I got it gone with this bomb line between my thighs. I'm a rider, so I rides and we cruises all night. We hit the light, baby boy, it's just you and me. I don't care about your felonies on empty rap sheets. I want your babies. She ride with mama in the Mercedes. Them hoes is crazy. Them trying to sweat you when they know I'm the lady. Suck my baby, or run on up and get that ass whipped. Fuck that down low shit, 'cause he ain't going nowhere, bitch. This here is sick, so it won't be infiltrated or player hated, 'cause that's the way this boss bitch made it. Now,
A boss bitch, a boss bitch.
who you love,
That's a
daddy?
boss bitch, a boss bitch.
What them niggas
A
need?
boss bitch, a boss bitch.
Who am I?
A boss bitch, a boss bitch.
All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. What's up, y'all? This is going to be a great year. This is going to be a great year. This is a great year, y'all. This is a great year. This is a great year already. And how everybody doing? Let me give a shout out to the chat room, all right? I'm going to give a shout out to the chat room real quick, okay? Hold on, give me a second. All right, here we go. Let me say who's on here. What's up, Books Formosa? Yeah, you first. You the first one on here, man. What's up, Orchid Styles? What's up? What's going on with you, girl? What's going on, Josh? Josh, good to see you. What's going on, Steve? And who else is up in here? And yeah, it's got Steve. What's up, Lario? What's up, my brother, my Milwaukee brother? That's why she's not my speaker. I like that, though. Not my speaker. Not my speaker. Not my speaker. And that's true. We can play that game too, right? Not my president. Not my speaker. You could play that. We could play that little game too. How they be playing it, man. You see how they've been playing games for these past couple of years? They've been playing games. The media have been playing games. They played a lot of games. The media play with your mind. They want to play with your mind. The media want to be in your head, but you can't let them get in your head, man. You better tell them to give you head. Tell them to eat a bag of dicks. Next. And I said it like this. To all the new subscribers, my language can be very rough. So, you know, if you got kids, maybe you gotta like put some earmuffs on them or something. You dig? So, what's up, Eric Stewart? I see you. I see you, bro. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it, E. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I'm just over here on off day. I'm chilling. You know, I know usually I do a little late night stuff, man. I'm here in the afternoon right here with y'all, right? Okay, let me see who's on Periscope. What's up, MSM? What's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping on here. Hold on, what's your name? Merrick Pet. Okay, I got some crazy names on Periscope too. Yeah, make sure y'all share. So what's good? I'm telling you, 2020 is bigger than 2016. I mean, this is something I've always said. It's bigger than 2016 because this is the year right here. Can I tell you something? 2016 was more like it was like, man, is Trump really going to get in office? People were nervous. Is he really going to get in office? If he really is, you know, that, I mean, this time is even bigger because this is a different dimension now. This is a different dimension. And I'm saying this because 2020 is not going to last forever. So we actually, right after he win in 2020, which he will win in 2020, we got to go ahead and keep, you know what I'm saying, keep up the good fight. We got to keep it up. We got to like have in our head life after 2020, life after 2020. You know, yeah, the storm is coming, but it's going to be some stuff that's going to be happening, y'all. I'm just like, man, but here it goes. What's up, Books for Moses? He said, here we go, you know. But it's just a lot of stuff I've been seeing, y'all. And I stand for what I believe in. I stand what I stand for. I am against abortion. I'm against babies being killed. I'm against Planned Parenthood. I'm still standing my ground. This is the reason why I'm over here on the right side. This is why I'm here on the right side. Not because of Trump. I'm not all like Trump. But I'm over here because, you know, I have morals. Because this younger generation don't have morals no more. These people nowadays don't have moral. They have no standard. I'm just being real, y'all. And we got to go ahead and, I'm telling you, we got to go ahead and just be the one, be the resistant, be the one who fight, you know? And we got to focus more on that. And I'm going to tell you this, since I have been in this movement, since 2016, there have been a swamp drain over here. Buku, I mean, tons of it. Thousands of Trump supporters vanished. Thousands of rhinos vanished. You dig what I'm saying? For real. Because we don't, you know what? We don't need no fake motherfuckers in our circle. We don't need no fake motherfuckers in our space. We don't need that. I'm just like, man. But yeah, what's up? We still got Eric in the house. Yeah, make sure y'all smash that like button, yo. Please smash that like button. What's going on, Periscope? I appreciate y'all on here, man. Y'all watching on Twitter/Periscope. And if y'all on Periscope too, y'all got the Twitter, share them to y'all Twitter too. You know? All right, man. So how's everybody doing over here, y'all? It's been a long run. It's been a long run, y'all. It's been a long fight. It's been there. And we can't never give up. We can't never give up. You know, I ain't never gave up, y'all. I stood my ground. And we all got to stay in our ground. So let's get home in a second, y'all. All right. All right. What's up? Who you is? JP. What's up, JP? Yes, y'all. I'm one of the grassroots. I am one of the grassroots. I'm one of the originals. You can sit there saying I'm being arrogant, I'm bragging about it, but I am one of the originals. I'm one of the grassroots. And that's the truth. Book for Moses said 2020 started off shitty as fuck. W2 is coronavirus and Kobe died, man. Look. That's another thing, man. Yeah, Kobe died, but my condolence also goes out to the family that was also killed up in a helicopter. My condolence goes out to the helicopter driver. You know, I'm saying this. They want to honor Kobe, right? They need to honor them other people too. They were victims too. The family were victims too. You know, rest in peace, Kobe. You know, Hold on. You said I've lost one of my fake friends over this, and I'm much better off. You are much better off. I'm telling you. Isn't it the truth? Oh, they messing with me on Periscope. You have no sound over there. Wow. They messing with me on Periscope. They got no sound over there, but they got the sound over here on YouTube. Okay, that's how it goes. Okay. World War III didn't happen. Yeah, many families are grieving. Mm-hmm. And they are. And I'm telling you they are. Hold on. I gotta restart my phone, man. Dang it. You good on scope. IB Dog said, oh, you know what? The other people probably ain't good on scope then. Mo out there with the boots on the ground, putting in the hard work. You know what, Gina? I've been out there. Yes. Putting in that hard work. Putting in that footwork. That footwork. You know what I'm saying? You said, Steve, you said, I'm taking my daughter to a Blazers game on the 25th. Lakers not playing, but I have a Lakers sweatshirt made on the back with 24 Kobe Forever. Oh, that's what's up. Orchestra said, WW3 war, they didn't happen. Trump is still our president, and asshole Pelosi is not my speaker. That's right. Not my speaker. And that's the truth. Not my speaker. What's going on, Light and Fire 3? Yeah, shout out to you all here on Periscope. We got Periscope now. I appreciate this Periscope people up on here. Hey, thank you for checking me out from the Periscope. That's right. There you go, right there. Okay, you have that light and fire. You know, who's that? Hold on, is that hold on, is that my guy right there? Look, I'm looking at the I'm looking at the picture right here. I love that came up. I love that I came up with not my speaker. That's right. Hold on, let me get this. Because I already looking from the phone and stuff. Yeah, Prometheus. That's I'm looking like, oh, that's my guy right there. Prometheus. I'll make sure. I'm like, oh, you got a different name, Light and Fire. What's up? What's up, Pro? That's my dude right here. Yeah, y'all know who he is, man. Prometheus. Prometheus Unchained, man. He been on panels with me, and he been on my panel like 3 times, maybe 4 times. He been on Uber Guys panel. He's been on Truth to Talks panel. You know, we be doing it right here. We be doing our thing. Yeah. Yeah, you been busy. Oh, that's what's up, man. What's up? You said I'm at work, bro. We got to do a show. Yeah, we got to do a show, Tom. Much love to you, Tom. We definitely do, man. Well, let me know when you got some stuff coming out in Madison, Tom. Let a brother know. All right, Larry O. You said I'm reaching out today to bikers for Trump of Wisconsin, so they can come to our Wisconsin Trump ride. That'd be good, man. And we're gonna be out there, like we're gonna be out there bringing it, bro. We're gonna be out there bringing it. Like, yeah, let's do this. All right, make sure I get this. Maybe I'll try to text me. Hold on. All right. But it's bigger. What's up, MJ? I see MJ. MJ in the house. Conspiracy Box in the house. Oh, all right. Oh, this conspiracy. JP, oh, that's who you is. Conspiracy, the conspiracy guy, right? All right, cool. Yeah. Text me tonight, Tom. Let's do this, man. Cause we got big dude. This is the big year for us. This is gonna be a big year for Wisconsin, and I want to be part of that big year. The big year in Wisconsin. You know, it's a whole big year, y'all. Hey, God bless. All right, Prometheus. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, hit me up, man. Yep, fight censorship by sharing the video. You dig? But we got 2020 right here. And you know what I'm excited about? You know what I'm excited about? Like my brother right here, Illyrio, right? He gonna be hosting a rally down here in Wisconsin. It's gonna be big. And we got some good things coming over there. Y'all know this. Oh my God. Hey, bro, I would love to get a ticket to one of those speakers to go in there. Hey, if you can make that happen, bro, give me a ticket to go one of these, if Bernie get to speak in or somebody or Biden, I'll take one of them. If you can give me a ticket just to go in there, I'm gonna go in there all like this here. Democrat Party is here. Yes, proud Democrat. I'm gonna walk right up in there, proud Democrat. You feel me? So I want to make that happen. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna start. You already know what I'm gonna do. We need to get our friends out, the family, and vote. We do. Get everybody out there and vote. We need them. Get them out there and vote. Get them out there and be involved. Get them out there. You feel me? Got to get them out there. Boots off the ground. Hey, I appreciate you sharing it on Facebook. That's the only way you can fight censorship. Share it. And I appreciate you sharing it on Facebook. He said she shared it on Facebook right here. We got some great things happening. Oh, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. There you said that Wisconsin for Trump rally will be put on by local Republicans, not by the Trump campaign, but it will take place on July the 14th downtown. Go follow my Facebook page. Wisconsin for Trump rally. That's right. Wisconsin Trump rally. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm pretty sure Fox News is going to be down there. You dig what I'm saying? And it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. And I'm going to reach out to Chicago people to come up here. Chicago people. You dig? And MJ, you're going to be there too. I know you're going to be there, MJ. I know you're going to be there, MJ. I know Dirks the Worst going to be there. Dirks the Worst going to be there. You feel me? There's some big things happening, man. There's some big things happening. We got it going on, y'all. We got it going on. Hell yeah. Welcome them up from Chicago. That's right. Get people from Chicago. What's up, Book for Moses? You said Democrats and Republicans are both. Hold on, let me pin it right here. Democrat and Republicans are both part of the NWO, New World Order. There is no such thing as an honest politician, sir. And that's how I feel. That's how you feel, brother. Hey, appreciate how you feel, man. Thanks for bringing it out to me. And I feel you on some things you're saying. I feel you on some things that you're saying. You kind of you are on the money with that. So I can't argue with that, But I honestly believe that this is the plan. This guy's not a politician. This politician actually did not commit no crime. These other people have committed crimes. These other presidents have committed crimes. This president have not committed no crime. These other ones, these other politicians are still committing crime. I'm just come on out, trees and all that stuff. Come on now. Well, have you heard from Uber guy? Yeah, Uber guy's doing pretty good. He's taking the hiatus, from the I think he should be back in 3 weeks or something. Right, babe? 3 weeks? Uber guy said?
Yeah.
Yeah, Uber guy said she should be back in 3 weeks. He just, he's getting married, man. He got some things going on. He's doing a little school. So he got his hands, he got a lot of stuff on his plate right now. But when he come back, it's gonna be even be stronger on his YouTuber. And we got some good things coming up.
I think 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. And I'm hoping to meet up with Uber guy in Georgia. If I can get that donation, what I'm saying? That's why I tell people it's important to donate. I am not paid by Donald Trump. And let me get this to everybody. See, everybody agrees. See, I respect Book of Moses' opinion. Same with doctors. Look, yeah, we agree with you. They only not practice, you know, and that's the truth. You feel me? You said, but Tommy is alive and well, and relaunched the Pissed Off American page on YouTube. That's right. That's what's up, man. Yeah, Tommy, he's strong. He brings it with his crazy bastard. I always call him a crazy bastard. He called me a crazy bastard too. Like, what's up, Maurice Duck, you crazy bastard? Like, yeah. But we got it's big thing. We doing big thing, baby. We doing big thing, big thing, big thing, big things. You know. You said, did you hear that Michael Bloomberg is starting to pay influencers to promote his garbage on social media? I am not surprised. Like, God damn. What's good with y'all, man? Yeah, you moderate a whole lot, Gina. You know? She moderates everybody. She moderates some people that shouldn't even go in the chat room. They snuckily gave her a wrench. And Gina like this in, right here. But this is a great day today. This is a great year. I'm enjoying this year. To me, this is I'm saying the way I bring this new year is a great thing, you know. You know, y'all see me bringing the new year. And that right, baby? The new year, bringing the new year was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Amazing bringing in the new year. And we don't bring in Christmas then. We Christmas Eve and stuff, man. We just like all that, man. Yeah. That's real though. Steaming tamale. Come on. Oh, I should put you on timeout from teasing me like that. Even though I just ate, I love homemade tamales. I mean, I love homemade. Homemade tamales, great. Like, oh man, I love me some homemade tamales. I should just put you on timeout just from saying that. All right. Yeah, Mo knows. Gina, you are a busy woman. Understand. And I'm sure your free time would take advantage of being offline. That's right, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to what I said about when I do traveling. When I do traveling, money comes out of my pockets. Comes out of my pocket. There's some time that I have traveled, went to rallies, and money came in my pocket that I earned at work. That I saved money. Yes, I did. I saved money, put my check in. I've done that, and I've done that, and I've gotten to during that time. I actually didn't ask nobody for no dime. But then later on, I started being more bold and started putting, you know, GoFundMe's and PayPal's. I just started doing. I said, you know what? I'm spending my time. It can be stressful what I do. It can be crazy what I do. Hey, what's up? What's up, Honeybee? How you doing, girl? Good to see you on there. I'm gonna highlight you. Yeah, let's see. Thanks for coming on here, Honeybee. What's up? Hey. What you doing? Washing dishes?
I did that already.
Oh, okay, you did that already. Okay. I'm just like in the cat box. All right. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of snow last night. A lot of snow last night. A whole lot of snow last night. I was like, damn. Mo, hold on. Let me go ahead and pin this what Gina said. There you go. You said, absolutely, Mo. I knew you use your own money. We all need to pitch in and help. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I really was doing it. I really was doing it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Motherfucker, I started this gangster shit. And this motherfucker thanks I get, you know? And that's for real. I'm saying a lot of these inside, a lot of these fake ass patriots. I'm being real fucking honest.
Why do they all think you get paid by Trump?
No, these people I'm talking. You got these 11 stick I got paid by Trump. They swept it down and Trump is paying me. I remember I was at the Antifa right on downtown Chicago. They're like, "You're paid. Look, I'm laughing. Hey, if I'm paid, hey Trump, you owe me some money. Then I owe some money. And then the Antifa trolled me, right? My cousin, right? He had a nice ass car. He went to go pick me up And he picked up a nice ass car. Then I was like, all right, I'm down the street. And then Anthony saw that, like, look, he's paid. He's getting somebody's car. Like, I'm paid. And that was my cousin that worked at a steel mill place. You know what I'm saying? Got him a nice car. You know what I'm saying? And he picked me up. I told him because I went to a rally. You know what I'm saying? He picked me up when I'm done with the rally. He picked me up, and he thought one of Trump's Secret Service, whatever, paid me.
You got to pay for a ring. You can't pay for travel expenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got to pay for a ring. I heard what I said. She said Trump will pay you in freckles. What's up, likewise? Yeah, you want up, likewise, man? You free. You want up? Yeah, for real. Oh, it's lunchtime. Okay, you eat some lunch. You eat some lunch, man. Like lunchtime for you. So I swear how stupid the Democrats live. Hold on, let me read it right here. Likewise, I said lunchtime. All right. Somebody, look, I'm trolling somebody. You said, I swear, how stupid are the Democrats and the liberals? They don't do their own research and how to look dumb again, in my opinion. They don't. People don't do it. I'm just like, What's going on, Michelle? Good to see you. Thanks for coming up on here. Yeah, this is, look, in my Revenge of the Nerd voice, this is going to be a great year. This is going to be a great year, y'all. And I'm very excited because I'm going to take a vacation that week at the Democrat convention. I'm going to take a whole vacation that whole day. I'm going to be down there every day scrolling them. Yeah, I'm going to have a nice charger. I'm going to have an extra phone. I'm going to have an upgrade on there. Watch me, y'all. This is going to be cool, man. This is going to be lit. I can't wait. That's why, likewise, I agree with you, I agree with you. Likewise, you know what? Likewise, I didn't know what you're talking about. Likewise, I do know. He be knowing this shit. I get likewise that, man, Likewise, just like to argue, but he be telling, he be saying some true stuff. I tell people, a lot of people I know that debates, that like to argue, that do this, they be having some truth in them. That people, that come on now. I mean, I'm just saying. I heard some non-Trump supporter came to me and said, I disagree with a lot of stuff, most of the stuff you say, but some of the stuff you say be true. Like, and that's real talk. You dig what I'm saying? You said, well, when Donald Trump brings back the gold standard, that would be a good start. Instead of lying about the Space Force, that's just my 2 cents. I appreciate the 2 cents, books. Appreciate it. You gotta come back on my panel soon, man. Kind of do another panel together, man. I actually want to do a panel and talk about the hood, man. Talk more about the hood. What we need to do is fix the hood, because I want to have more discussion about that more. I want to get some people that's about that life, and just talk that real talk, Yeah, but I see some stuff. I see some stuff you're talking about, bro. My channel is very open. I have an open mind. I'm very open-minded. I'd be wanting to have people on here with different opinions, with a different mindset, with a different thought process. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, everybody have a different thought process, different mindsets. You feel me? That's real talk. Hold on, all right, I'm here. Hold on. Oh, this is cold. Woo, this is very cold. All right. I gotta warm my coffee up. Damn, my cat keep on meowing like meow. That's right, Gina. About that life, fool. Nigga. There we go. You said gold standard is the worst thing for anyone. Okay. Yeah. Right. I actually gotta hit up. I want to hit up BMT because I talked to Da Vinci. I want to get on a panel, do a panel with Da Vinci and BMT, and hopefully likewise can join this panel with me, BMT, and Da Vinci, and get a few people. We're gonna, it's a topic that I want to talk about. That I mean, that's another subject. You feel what I'm saying? So hold on, where's it at? What did I do with that, man? Hey, my bad, y'all. I'm so behind on computers. Oh, let me go to the comments. There you go. Blacks on niggas. Yeah, I was doing a panel called Blacks on Niggas. It's a real hood one. I'm actually going to give BMT a call, and I want him involved in this panel, man, because it'd be a good topic with him, Blacks on Niggas. And we're going to talk about something like that, man, about what we can do to stop blacks on niggas, niggas on niggas, blacks on black. But that's another subject, you know. BMT Books for Moses. You can get in. You can get in on this, man. Because I want to talk to some about that light people. You know, about that life don't mean that because you've been in the hood. You know, let me get that clear. About that life is like the work you put in. You know, that's about that life. You dig? This ain't about Trump, especially on that gun shit. Okay, yeah, Da Vinci. So I'm gonna reach out to Da Vinci again. I'm gonna give BMT a call. Call this personal number and talk with him and say, let's set this up. You know. But yeah, because you know what? Something got to change on this platform. Something got to elevate on this platform. Something got to elevate. Something got to elevate. Something got to elevate. So I truly believe that we shouldn't be in our comfort zone. Okay, you dig what I'm saying? You know, I don't believe in staying in getting too comfortable. I totally don't believe in that. I don't like being comfortable, man. I don't like putting my slippers on. I like to keep my motherfucking boots on. I like to keep my motherfucking gym shoes on. Because I'll be ready. I don't like being too comfortable. I want to keep my war clothes on. I want to do that. We can't be comfortable. And that's the problem. You got people that's so comfortable that they forget their purpose. And that's real talk. You got people so comfortable, so comfy, but they forget their purpose. They forget their destiny. They forget their mission. And that's the fucking truth. I know y'all been waiting for me to rant, but I'm gonna rant and talk about it. Don't get too comfortable. Put them damn shoes on, man. Fuck them slippers. Put them damn boots on, motherfucker. Don't get too comfortable. People get too comfortable. They don't prepare. That's the problem. When you get too comfortable, you don't prepare. When you get too comfortable, you don't prepare that life is not fair. You don't prepare for that. You don't prepare for a storm. You don't prepare for a hurricane. And let me be honest with you. Sometimes people get too comfortable on hurricanes. They kind of like, it ain't coming, it ain't coming. But they don't prepare for it. They don't want to get no canned food. They don't get no bottled water, nothing. They get too comfortable. Like, they said it's coming. I ain't going nowhere. They get too comfortable. And guess what? You're stuck here. Now you're a refugee. You had a chance. I'm not knocking nobody that's there, but I'm just saying that's the way it is. It is what it is. We can get too comfortable. Yeah. Sometimes people get too comfortable with the same old car. Know something wrong with it. You refuse to go ahead and get your. You like this. You like this. You get too comfortable with that same motherfucker that eventually gonna break down. Don't get too comfortable, y'all. Get out your comfort zone. Get out your damn comfort zone. And your problem is you do not get out your comfort zone. You're so wrapped up. When you're in your comfort zone, you're so wrapped up. When you in your comfort zone, you're so tied up. When you're in your comfort zone, you're so tied up. You're so wrapped up. You're so tangled up. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I'm just saying. This is real talk, y'all. I always tell you the damn truth. I don't never tell you no goddamn lies. Lies are for people that don't want to hear the truth. Lies are for people that don't want proof. Lies are for people that get too comfortable. Lies are for people that get too much in their comfort zone. What's going on, John? We got to stay focused, damn it. We got to. Get too goddamn comfortable. Why you got to be so comfortable, man? Get out of it. Get out them damn slippers and get them damn boots on. Put them, go ahead and you better, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, and go for it. Why don't you just be you and take a chance on you? You feel what I'm saying? Be you. Be yourself. Be you and take a chance on you. And that's real talk. Be you and take a chance on you. Because I am me and I take a chance on me. Got to do that. It's called walking by faith. That's what it's called. Walking by faith, not by walking by sight. And that's the problem. These people like to walk by sight so much. They believe everything that they see. Walking by sight. You believe in everything that you see. Think about it. I walk by faith and not by sight. It's like these Israelites. They were walking by sight. Book for Moses. You got that name, Book for Moses. So you know what I'm talking about, right? They walking by sight. The Israelites, they walked by sight. They didn't wait for Moses. And when they didn't wait for him, guess what? You know what? Let's go build our own gods. So everybody took their earrings out. They took their jewelry out. They took everything out and worshiped their own gods. You know? And while Moses was getting laws, and one of the laws said, do not put no other God before me. And they was out there doing that. I'm just saying. No, but I ain't trying to get into no preachy stuff today, man. I just want to be, but I tell you the truth, though. I won't be trying to preach to nobody, but I just tell you the truth. I'm very spiritual. Don't get it twisted. I am a very spiritual person. You know? No, I don't remember that, JP. Because I tell this stuff, man. I tell it all. You know what? I don't tell it all. I can't tell it all. Sometimes it be so good, I can't tell it all. Ain't no time to tell. I can't tell it all. You know, I'll be forever. I'll be on y'all. I'll be on this panel all day trying to tell it all, and I still ain't gonna tell it all. I can talk for like about 3 days and still ain't gonna tell it all. I got to just tell you something. I just got to tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, a little something. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you a little something. Oh snap! That's my guy from Chicago. What's up, Eagle? Man, Eagle, I would love to get you on this panel, man, if you're available. You probably at work, man. That's my dude from Chicago. old. See, I was trying to get a gangster panel going on, man. Like the OGs. That's an old school Latin Eagle and an old school gangster disciple, man. And he's been through it, man. He recently got out of the game. Recently got out. And he's still, you know what I'm saying? He's still holding it down, man. Much love to you, Eagle. Eagle folks. Yeah, thank you for coming over here, man. Brian, that's my dude right there, man. We don't have some discussion. We had some talks, man. We had many talks. And that guy knows what he's talking about too. That's what's up, man. You worked for UPS for the last 14 months, G. That's what's up. That's what's up, Eagle. That's what's up, Eagle. Good to see you on here, Eagle. You know, I'm happy for you, man. You got you a job. You're doing things, man. You out the game, man. And that's love, man. You know. But when we in the game, we still got to do what we got to do, and I understand that. Do what we got to do. You know, I don't never knock nobody's hustle. You dig what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody's hustle. And I live on a block over here, man. Niggas over here sell rocks, and I like, you know what? You know, you don't bother me, I won't bother you. You dig what I'm saying? For real. That's real shit, man. I'm just like, man. But Eagle, Brian, if you want to pop up, I can put a link. You know what I'm saying? If you're available, you can pop on for 5 minutes or something, man. Just get your head in here, just talk for a second, and boom, and be out, man. You know, I'd love to hear from you, man. If you're available, man. He ain't talking to me. I mean, he came on my panel. He had a little tattoo, the shirt on. We was on thick skin only at night, man. We was holding it down, man. We had hours of politicking on the streets, and yeah, it would be. It is what it is. Yes, right. That's right, man. Be what it is, B. Right, that's right. What's going on, Snap? We got Truth to Talk in the house, aka Verstein. What up, V? Verstein in the house. You know, I don't know if y'all follow her, man. Follow Truth to Talk on YouTube. I just hit that right there. Oh, you gonna jump in, B? Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, follow Truth to Talk, man. She got great stuff. She talked about vaccines. She's not political at all. She's real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one of the few people that I actually watch her stuff. You know, let's be honest, I don't watch a lot of conservative stuff. I think they kind of lame. All right, but yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, Truth to Talk, man. Thanks for saying that. But everybody subscribe to her channel, man. She got great content, man, over here. I'm gonna put this link for my guy Eagle. Just hit that link and you can come on and join. But yeah, check out Truth to Talk, man. She got some good stuff, man. I'm telling you. And she don't sugarcoat it either. Yeah, drive safe, V. All right, first thing. I'm pretty sure probably most of y'all follow her. It's not Hangouts no more, B. Just hit that link in the chat room. Or better yet, what I can do is, if you got the same, hold on. I'll put the link again. Just hit that link. And you get it right up on here. Right here. Just hit that link and you can just put your name up in there and right there. Just hit that link right there. Yep. Click in Truth to Talk. Mm-hmm. All right, B. Oh, I know you at work, Truth to Talk. I was trying to get B. I mean, you could have joined if you wanted to too, but but yeah, go follow her, man. Go subscribe. You know. Oh, I see Da Vinci is live on Facebook. That's what's up. You got doing his own thing over there, man. But yeah, let me see. Y'all in for a treat, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do actually a one-on-one interview with him real soon. Whenever he get one of his off days, you dig what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like I've known this brother for like decades, and we come from the same era. You know, he know the same people that I know. Yeah, no, I like what I do. Be speaking some knowledge, man. That's for real, real talk. You dig? But yeah, man, go follow Truth to Talk. Y'all see it right here. Subscribe and hit that notification bell because we doing live streaming on there. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, likewise, he be spitting it. Likewise, be spitting it. I give it to you. Likewise, he said $60K for a house that rents for $900 a month in a pair of 8 years. After you seeing a profit of $7 a month at least, gold can't come close. I feel you. Yeah. That what's up. So I'm waiting for my guy. I call him Eagle, man. You know, I mean, look. We come from the same set. From Chicago. Yeah, Petty Time Ben started, John. Good to see people getting along in the chat. Everybody fighting. What's up, Mitcha? Good to see you, Mitcha. Much love to y'all. You said Book for Moses houses and it had nothing to do with rent. You know what? I respect people that stand their ground. Because once you stand your ground, you stand your ground. Nobody can touch it. Just like MC Hammer, you can't touch this. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, I want to do Ego. My guy Eagle, not Ego. This other, I call him Eagle. Like, that Eagle. I call him Eagle because he's a former Latin Eagle. Like I'm a former gaming disciple. We come from the Folks Nation and stuff, and I'm from the North Side. He's from the North Side. You know. My wife came home from her job right now. That was up. You own your house right now. That's you own your house. I'll be there. Likewise, whenever I get to Cali, I'm crashing on the back you, man. I'm gonna kick it out about likewise. We're gonna be drinking on some 40-ounce, 32-ounce Miller High Lives. That's what we do likewise. But yeah. I meet up with Book for Moses somewhere too, man. Like whenever I do my travel, like, what up, Book for Moses? Where you at, man? Let's hang out, man. Hey, that's Chief, man. They've been hit puff get, man. But look what I got, y'all. This is exclusive right here. Right here. What up, likewise?
What's up, bro?
I'm just chilling, man. I got me a little edible right here. Got a chocolate chip.
Yeah. I was just chiming in, man, for the guy if he wants to come on too. Book for Moses. It's like I was just explaining that, you know, when people start talking about, you know, the gold standard, you know, and you know, basing things on gold, it's like, you know, that's like basing stuff on diamonds and raw materials. I mean, you know, that's good and dandy if you got money coming in. But if you're trying to get established, man, you know, investing in gold is not gonna make you any money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. Like the one guy out there, Bubba, the big dude, you know, he always says, hey, you know, I want to flip houses. And I talk to him, you know, your boy out there, big dude. I talked to him and I'm like, hey, bro, you know, why don't you take a couple of these houses and put them up for rent? You know, because people want to say, and you need to pay attention to this, Book of Moses, is that, you know,
Book of Moses, get on here. I'll put the link right here.
Yeah, because you know the thing is, just like, you know, housing prices go up and down, but rent never goes down. You know, I mean, that's just the facts of life. Rent always goes up, bro. And I don't know where you live at. I don't know where you live at, Moses. You say you own 4 acres, so you know, obviously you're doing good, and maybe you're in a place where that's affordable. But here in California, I mean, you're not getting 4 acres. 4 acres, I mean, depending on where you at, that shit's over $2 million. And it's damn sure if you got it, it's probably not worth developing. If it is, somebody would buy you out. But my point was that, you know, basing stuff on the gold standard, that's old school. That comes from like a place in time where people already had bought houses and bought everything, and they weren't looking to get ahead. To where now everybody's trying to get ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying is that like there are opportunities. So like I was saying is instead of buying a house and selling it, buy a motherfucking rent it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like, you know, how I don't care where it's at. I don't know any city where where a house will rent for $300.
Right.
$400. You know, you're gonna pay $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $1,000. But you could get a house for $40,000, $50,000. You just have to be patient. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm telling you, you look at all these places, man. I remember, and that's one of the things that I regret. Like I got the 3 houses that I own. One is for me now, and the 2 are in my son's name. But one of the things that I regret is that when the housing bubble happened, everybody paid attention to the value of their homes. I didn't pay attention to the value of my home because I never planned on selling it. It was my castle. So I didn't give a fuck if it wasn't worth nothing to you. This is my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got that because I had a lot of people in my family, you know, pass away and not handle business in that aspect. And then you see veterans coming back, you know, missing arms, missing legs, homeless. You know what? Get your house set up, and they don't give a fuck what happened to your leg, what happened to your arm. You know what? This is my property. I can pitch a 10 on this motherfucker. It don't make no difference. You know what I'm saying? Then you make your moves from there. So, you know, that's what I look at it. So like having this shit in gold, oh wow, I got gold stashed away. You know what? When you got that gold stashed away, when you go to cash that shit out, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that. You know what I'm saying? I can't take that gold and go buy nothing, man. I have to go ask somebody permission to do something with my shit. I gotta liquidate my shit, and 9 times out of 10, when you liquidate it, you're not gonna make any money. You know what I'm saying? The only people who make money off that shit, gold and diamonds, are the traders, bro. Show me your show. You know what? Let's go to the bank and let's go to the bank and say, hey, you know what? I need a pound of my gold. What the fuck do you think they're gonna tell you? I can go to the bank and say, you know what? I need $50,000 of my money. You know, it's just keep ahead of that shit, man. People can't always buy into the ideology of that shit. Like I said, getting gold is for people who got money coming in already and are tired of investing. You know? But that's like I said, if you want to go for the gold standard, you go for the gold standard.
Yeah,
What's that? Hello?
But for Moses, that's you. What's up, bro?
I'm trying to fix this echo. I'm still echoing.
You sound fine to me.
No echo.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit, bro. You don't want your money to be based off something tangible like gold. You want it to be fiat money, like something, like you said, liquidate. If you liquidated one of your houses, you're going to get your full investment back, or you're just going to pass the debt down to some poor sucker.
No, but you're missing the point, though, is that what I was saying is that it's an investment like gold. Like gold gives you a return. If you buy a house, like what state are you in, bro? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't at all. Louisiana.
Okay, well, you see, Louisiana economy is much different than California. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's like, you know, like I bought my first rental house that I bought here in California. That was in 2010. I paid $65,000 for the house. You know what that house is worth for now? Worth over $450. It rents for $3,500 a month. That's in 10 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at New Orleans, you look at Baton Rouge, you look at Lake Charles, you look at Lafayette. Okay, you go get a house here for $40,000, and yeah, that $40,000 you may pay for it in 4 or 5 years, but it's still going to rent for more than that. You have income constantly coming in on top of actually owning the property. You see what I'm saying?
You're doing a slam dunk right now. You're talking about Los Angeles. You're talking about skyrocket prices.
No,
Let's talk about the whole America. Everybody can't sit on a house for 10 years and get triple their investment or whatever you say.
No.
That's ridiculous.
No, what I just explained to you was you could do the same thing in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, especially New Orleans. I mean, you guys had that big flood.
Yeah, now it's been gentrified. Yeah, of course. Now that a shotgun house goes for $100,000, of course. But you know, we'll talk about Katrina, and I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I believe they blew up the levees and they caused that shit because they knew their money wasn't worth shit.
Okay,
they're doing it because it's nothing tangible behind this money. It's not based off gold. This is bullshit.
Well, like I said, you know, if you got $100K to invest in gold, and I have $50K to invest in a house, in 10 years I'm going to lap you at least 3 to 4 times.
Well, we know that that's bullshit, and we know that you don't actually have anything but maybe a house that's sold at an inflated price, and that's what caused the housing bubble, selling these houses at inflated prices.
No, but you're missing the point, though. It's not to sell; it's to rent. You don't buy a house and sell a house.
What type of dumbass would rent a house for the rest of your life, sir? You want to own stuff. You want something you can have. You don't want to just be giving your money to some fuck so they can go gamble or go.
But
Kobe Bryant jersey. Rest in peace, Kobe.
But most people rent. Most people don't buy. Most people don't own. Most people will never own. Most people don't qualify. Most people don't qualify to own.
Well, I remember a time in America when most people owned their houses instead of renting it. How did that change, and why did that change?
Just population influx and people not wanting to do 9 to 5 and come home to a wife and kids and live a simple life. People want to stretch their money out and do other things. It depends on what's important to them, bro.
I'm not hating on you, homie. If I had some money to invest in some LA property, I'd be like, yeah, that shit booming. But I'm not just gonna play stupid to the fact that, hey man, maybe I'm just passing off debt to a sucker. Like maybe I invested in this house when it was cheap, and the price got inflated on the house, and now hey, look at this.
No, but you missed the point though. What I'm speaking on to you is good across the board. It has nothing to do with California. It has to do with every place because everybody pays rent. I mean, you look at Baton Rouge, when you look at Lafayette, when you look at New Orleans, and you look at Lake Charles to a certain extent. Okay, all the people in the small cities, unless they want to leave the state, they're gonna go to New Orleans. They're gonna migrate to the big city. The first thing they do when they move to the big city, what they gonna do? They're gonna rent.
Well, to get you a job first and then start renting.
But you're going to rent. What I'm saying is you're going to stay somewhere, and you're not moving there and just buying a house. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you come in. If you went and paid $40,000 for a little 2-bedroom house, you know what I'm saying? That you can rent for $1,000 a month. Do the math on that. That house is paid for in 4 years. As long as you have that house rented for $1,000 a month, and you pay your state taxes, all that other stuff, you're going to see a profit of $700-800 a month. Gold is not going to do that.
Okay.
I mean, the prices that sounds inflated. These prices sound crazy as hell. Like, I mean, maybe back when people were more honest, the gold standard, we didn't have such crazy prices. But now that we do have crazy prices, I guess we got to roll with the times or roll with the tide. I'll concede to your point, sir. What you're saying is absolutely factual. I'm just saying it's kind of bullshit that it's kind of got to this point.
Yeah, well, you know what though? I think it's a great system. You know why? Because like I said, at the end of the day, if I want to cash out, I can cash out. I can do what I want with my stuff. I mean, I don't know anybody that invests in gold and takes the gold and put it in their safe or put it in a fucking safety deposit box. It's a piece of paper. It's a statement. You know what I'm saying?
But it's worth what it's worth. Like it doesn't get fucked up too much. It's a standard throughout the world. Yeah. Gold is a standard throughout the world. That's what I'm trying to explain. Maybe I'm not doing a good job at it.
No, I understand that gold. I understand that gold is a standard, and I can tell you the history of why gold is a standard. Even though gold is not the rarest, it's not the rarest mineral. Gold was just
the most precious of the metals. You're right.
That's right. Gold was just plentiful and it was easy to get, but like platinum, there's other metals that are worth 10 times more than gold, but they can't get enough of it to distribute to people to want to buy into it. They can push gold because it's there. They can push diamonds if they want to. But my point is that what is $100,000 in gold going to do for you at any point in life, other than you having $100,000 in gold sitting there?
I don't know. What is Fort Knox going to do for America? We just got that shit sitting there, bro. Like, America can't be wrong. We built the whole Fort Knox just to house this precious metal called gold. It has to be something to it, man. It has to be something. No matter what happens, we can exchange this shit with foreign countries. And I believe we need to get back to that standard. Maybe I'm wrong on this. I'm not as politically astute as some other guys you argue with. That's just how I feel, bro. That's just how I feel.
Well, yeah, no, I was just bringing it up because, like I said, I listen to a lot of talk radio. I don't even listen to music anymore. I listen to a lot of people, man. I listen to a lot of conservative talk radio, and that's one of the things that always pops up in the commercials is gold, 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 and it's like, well, wait a minute, you know, I have to work for this gold, bro. I mean, think about it. I have to work. They're not going to give me the gold for free. I have to work for this gold.
Man, you got to work for anything in life, bro. That's just a fact of life.
But what I'm saying is, I'm working to give somebody else my money.
Hey,
That's just going to give me a paper. I can't do nothing with the gold. I mean, what can I do with the gold?
make some money off that damn gold.
Take it to the fucking bank and they'll give you some money.
Yeah,
Or you can just keep it. It'll be there. And it won't rot. It won't go bad. It's just something you have. Now, that house might fuck up unless you got a good handyman and some good wiring. And, you know, a tornado might come through and rip the fucking house up.
But even still, what I'm saying is that, you know, in all likelihood, by the time that's happened, you've made your money back. That's what I'm saying. Is that you do the math equations on what I just said. You buy a house for $40,000.
You're right, bro.
You make it nice. That house is paid for. You submitted for $1,000. The house is paid for in 4 years. Therefore, after that, you have income coming in addition to the property, you still owning that house. Now, if you tell me if I put $50,000, if I invest $50,000 in gold, and you guys are gonna give me $500 a month after 10 years, I'll take
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. You're just gonna.
Okay. So
what happens is you're probably just gonna get your $50,000. You might get like $60,000 or $70,000 back, depending on the prices.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not gonna be lower. So damn.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, it's like I don't think that it's wise because, like I said, I get a lot of people come in my office. Not a lot, but over the years, I've had people come in my office and say, "Hey, man, you know what? I had somebody die, or I came up on this money. What should I do, man? I'm thinking about opening up a restaurant, or I'm thinking about buying some property. I'm thinking about doing this." I can't tell anybody, you know what? Take that money and put it in gold. Because the thing is, why put it in gold when I can't tell anybody? I can just put it. Why put it in gold when I can just put it in the bank? It's gonna be the same thing. Why convert it to gold? You see what I'm saying? And yeah, things are going to fluctuate up and down a little bit here and there with the dollar. I understand that.
They are extreme fluctuations, sir. Don't just play that off like a pity patty. You know this American dollar ain't as strong as people like to say it is.
No, but at the same time, I'll sleep better knowing that if I need my money, I can go get my money. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when you get over, I think, over $30,000, they have to order the money. At least that's been my case. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go to the bank and say, "I need $30,000." They're gonna tell you, "No, we need a day or two to come for you to come back and get that money." They're not just gonna give you $30,000 or $100,000.
You can't even deposit $10,000 without motherfuckers looking at you like you're crazy and shit, bro. I understand what you're saying. I get you.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that, like, in this day and age where, you know, we have a lot of people trying to rebound and trying to navigate the economy, that's just my thing, because basically you're setting up shop. Your money's there, but you're also able to make money. Because what happens is you have a lot of people who don't know how to negotiate money, and they'll go put it all in gold. But then aside from the money that they're putting in, they're not making any money on their own. So what's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to start nibbling at that gold here and there. You know what I'm saying?
The nibble effect.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Investing in gold is for people who have money and they don't give a fuck. But
for people who are patient, let's just say patient.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that people who already have money, because let's just say, you know, you just work a 9 to 5 and you're paying rent, you know what I mean? And, you know, all of a sudden you get a letter, "Hey, you know what? You had a long lost aunt that left you $100,000. Okay. I have to figure out what I want to do with that $100,000. You know what I mean? Like, do I just put it in the bank and let it sit? Do I instead of me paying the rent, buy me a house? Do I invest in gold and continue to roll how I'm rolling? You know, you have to look at things that's going to make your life better, and not just your life better, but also your children's life better. You know what I'm saying? That's
real estate is a risky game. You acting like real estate is the safest thing that a person can do with money. And I would argue that it's not. It's like, I'm going to go invest all my money in Apple or something. It sounds safe until they come out with a phone that's better than the iPhone. And now you're looking like a dumbass.
Well, my point is this, is that people are going to rent. That's the bottom line, and rent never goes down, bro. People are going to live somewhere. People are not going to just live on the street. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. As the population in the United States continues to grow, there's like you hear a lot of people, you hear a lot of places, people state that there's a housing crisis. No, because people have to live somewhere. So that's why you look at a lot of people, man. The people in this country are the people who are into agriculture and for the most part landlords.
You're still invested in a system that's filled with fuckery. You might be able to be successful in it, but it's a system that can be manipulated at any point. The housing crash that we had a few years ago. I mean, I'm in Vegas, man. So Vegas lost its fucking mind, man. And you had a lot of people from California coming to Vegas to invest, and they were investing in more. And that was the other thing. Is like people spending more than they actually could.
Yo, Mano, hit mute, bro.
What was that?
Somebody snoring. But no, I understand that, John. But my point remains the same: is that regardless of what happens with the economy, regardless of what the value of a house is, people still have to rent. Okay. I
want to get back to the point what I think the guy was making, like when people lost their minds investing into this real estate. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just heard some weird.
All right. Yeah. No, I heard that too. Well, I mean, bottom line, look, I was living in a house for about for the first. How long did I live in that house? I think I lived in that house for about 5-6 years. I wanted to buy a little 2-bedroom house. It literally was not worth more than $80,000, $100,000 max. Okay, I lived in it for about 5 years, 6 years. The only work that was ever done in the house, I did. And shortly after I did that, it was basically a family that the lady who owned the house, she was in a hospice, for a while, and so of course they were using the money to pay for the medical bills and all that kind of stuff. And when they decided to sell, it was right in the midst of when the supposed boom was happening. And this little $80,000 house was $240,000. They were asking. They gave me first opportunity to buy it. I wanted to buy it, not for $240,000. And I watched for the next 2-3 years as the prices went insane, and the amount of development that was going on was insane. And so people were going, and they were trying to, be the investor type, and they were trying to invest in more than one home or 2 homes and rent them out and do all that stuff. And when it was all said and done, you know how many people lost their homes, how many people collapsed, and it was all part of it because of the incentives that were given with the loans and all. It's all fuckery, man.
But
and the dollar bill you're dealing with, it's debt. It's a note. It's an absolute debt.
But at the same time, John, let me ask you this, okay? Now you said
That's not John.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's Conspiracy Box.
Okay.
What up, man?
Conspiracy Box. Right. Sorry. You guys have the same nuance in your voice. No, but what I was going to ask you, okay, now you said you lived in that house for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now how much did you pay every month for that house, for your rent?
Oh man, what the hell was I paying, man? I think when I first got into it, I was paying. Let's just say, by the time I got out of it, I think I was paying about $800 or $900 a month.
Okay, so do the math on that. That means that in 3 more years, that house would have been paid for. You see what I'm saying?
Not at 200.
No. That's what I was. No. Yeah, you got to remember something. I moved into the house before this boom happened. So the price that I was paying was $80,000. It was literally, it was doable. It was totally doable as a renter or even a purchaser if they wanted to sell it. The problem was here's the fact: nothing happened to the property other than the idea that was sold to everybody that this is the place to come, invest your money, and blow it up. Now, some people were able to do it, and I'm not going to say that. But the problem is that the system is so controlled that when you have the ability to excite people and incite people into going into a frenzy of purchasing, okay, and everybody wants to be a freaking rock star with it, and that also helps to funnel into the collapse of shit. There's nothing cool about that. The overpricing of property and land is absolutely ridiculous, and it's abominable. And listen, rent as opposed to purchase. Right now, it's better to rent. It's cheaper to rent than it is to purchase.
Well, it depends.
Okay?
It depends.
But your wheels because you'll never have nothing. It's fucking deplorable.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, is that okay, going back to where you're at, okay, one of the things that you look at when you're going to buy a house is the actual demand for homes. Okay. Now when you talk about where the housing boom came about, you know what the main reason why the housing boom came about was because people sold the ideology that you don't want to own your house. You always want to just refinance it and take money out of it because things are going to continue to go up. Okay. Which is partly true. It depends on the area. But you take an area like Houston, you take an area like Dallas, a lot of places in the Midwest, and you take Las Vegas, there will never be a housing shortage because they have land. They can just continue to build. You see what I mean? So you'll never have to spend $500,000 for a house in Vegas that was built 100 years ago.
Well, I mean, you gotta add a few more factors to Vegas.
Yeah.
We don't grow our food here. Our water is shit, and it comes from a lake that's depleting, and they still haven't really come up with a plan on how they're going to get water down here. Yet the development keeps on going. The people keep on going. These casinos keep on building, and these places are massive. Okay,
I've been to Vegas. I'm in California.
So you've been to Vegas, and I think a part of it is also, there's a timing aspect. Sure, you can, if we're going to play in the game, yeah, sure, you can make some money and you can get yourself wealthy if you're diligent and you're lucky too, because there's some luck involved in this, timing and situation and all that. But at the end of the day, the system is fuckery, and to keep on placating to that for the sake of I mean, everybody has their own thing. So fuck it, I'm going to get mine while I can, and that's it. But there's some of us that are we're thinking past that, and we're looking at it. And it's like, wait a second, man. Here's
the thing. The gentleman this started in the chat room, and the gentleman was speaking on investing in gold, and I was speaking on housing as an alternative to gold.
Okay, yeah. And I was going to ask you that.
Okay.
I thought he was talking about the dollar bill going to the gold standard.
No, I initially started. I think I started that particular. I think I started that particular thread by talking about ending the Fed and abolishing the IRS and the income tax, and so that it went on from there. Somebody commented about let's go back to the gold standard and all that. Now there are some precariousness. There is some precariousness to gold, okay. But the fact of the matter is that gold might go up and go down in price, but it always has a price. And
I'd rather base it on something that value than having some guy in an office decide what it's worth.
Exactly.
Because right now it's not decided on what it's worth. It's somebody in an office deciding, oh, we're going to raise the Fed, we're going to lower the Fed, we're going to
exactly
increase the interest rate.
It's done as it's a controlled game. Okay, and I mean, look, let's step aside. I mean, to really look at how the fuckery goes deep. When you purchase a vehicle, brand new vehicle, you pay all those taxes. Now, at the end of your time with that vehicle, you decide to sell that vehicle. You sell that vehicle. You pay taxes on them. The person that purchased it pays taxes. Now that person has to.
And you pay taxes when you register it every
exactly.
time.
And then when that person sells it, guess what? They pay taxes on what they get from it, and the person that purchased it gets it. Pays taxes. So you have a commodity here. Well, not even a commodity. It's just a thing that has been purchased and already taxes have been paid for it. And every time it gets handed over to somebody, they're sucking up more taxes. Okay, that's fuckery.
That's the game.
But
the government always gets paid.
But that's the point that I'm making.
Yeah,
that aspect of it is wrong. It is. Yeah. That's why people don't. I mean, look, the income tax thing. What I'm talking about,
which isn't even legal. It was only meant to pay back for World War II.
And there's a whole argument. There's a whole argument against that thing. Saying that there's a lot of confusion. Like, how are roads going to get paid? Listen, man. When Rumsfeld's talking about day before 9/11, 80-something billion dollars freaking missing, they have no idea where it went. Okay, and all the black ops and all these senators and congressmen going into office making $100,000 so they come out millionaires. Start thinking about where your money is actually going, this supposed tax money. Okay, so the whole system of things is still arbitrated by one entity, and that's the bank. And when you're dealing in debt, where they're basically getting our money on pennies for the paper and the ink, and then loaning it back to us at face value plus interest plus compounded interest. This is the way that fuckery goes. So no matter what part of the game you're playing, you're still playing in that game. And what I'm saying is the rules are fouled and they're controlled, and you might be able to get your leg up, but it doesn't change the fact that it's foul.
Yeah,
and that's the problem, man.
You know what, though? That's life, and it's kind of how you play it. Some people are content, to live an old school life of just 9 to 5,
right,
and just enjoy the simple things in life, simple joy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to start speaking about, investing in this, investing in that, and you want to play the game, then you got
to play the game. Yeah, no, and you know what? I commend you. You for having achieved what you've achieved.
Can I say something?
No doubt.
You're talking about investments, gold investment, and I noticed likewise you always seem to want to put that down. But let me tell you something. Try investing your money on CDs or put it in a savings account. You're making pennies on the dollar, pennies, if that. On gold investments, you're going to make a lot more, but you'll even make more in the stock market. Okay. So putting your money in the bank and just sitting on it ain't going to do it for you.
Well, here's the thing, John. I never said, just putting it and letting it sit. I said that if you come across enough money to do worth doing something with.
Yeah. Well, the way the rule is that you should have 20% of your assets in gold. 20%. That's all.
Yeah, but it depends on who you're asking. 20% of what?
Of whatever you have. If you only have $1,000, then you should have about $200 worth of gold on saved.
That's completely useless to me. I mean, $200 for me. I mean, although I'm just.
And what happens if what happens if the dollar bill isn't worth anything anymore? What if your dollar bill isn't worth anything anymore? At least you have 20. Say you have $1,000, and out of that $1,000, you invest $200 in gold, and the remaining $800 next week, the dollar bill goes flat, so it's worthless. At least you got $200 worth of gold still.
Yeah, well, I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. John. I'll put it like this.
Come on up. All right.
I'll put it like this, John. I'll back you on that, and I will say this: anybody that's in a situation to where $200 in any capacity is going to make a difference in their life, they better invest a fucking lot more in gold. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But people don't do that.
You got to start somewhere, man.
We're a debtor society. We're a debtor society.
Let me add something there about gold.
I know
a lot of people live in debt.
Let me add something there about gold. Just so you know, gold.
What I'm saying to you, John, is that if it's a necessity for you to rely on that much in gold, then you know what? You better make it 50%. Because something's wrong as far as like your income level. $200. I understand that you're just being in theory.
Well, that's the reason people want to change the dollar back to the gold standard. That way, at least the dollar won't go worthless. It's always going to be worth something.
I mean, remember, man, it's not backed by anything, man. Remember, this is a common thing in the world of people that are anti-Federal Reserve and anti-IRS.
Yep.
Okay,
it's backed by the Federal Reserve's Treasury signature.
And it has nothing. Yeah, the Federal Reserve is not a federal entity, and it's not a reserve of any kind.
Bingo.
Okay, so if the conversation was about the money system, and then it turned into the gold, but it's still the same. We're still talking within the same realm of it. Now, there are many things that you're saying about gold. That's true. Look, man, you can't eat gold. All right, and if somebody doesn't need gold, or you're not somewhere where somebody's wanting to purchase your gold, and then think about this: the people that would have the money, let's say in a big crisis like that, where now gold, we really need to have some gold, man. Well, they're going to be the ones that are going to be accruing what the price is and what they're going to offer for that gold. Okay, so they're going to make the hand over the fist anyway, so I don't know the answer, man. I really don't. But I know that the Federal Reserve needs to get the hell out of here. We need to go back to a treasury, not a note, an actual certificate, okay, silver, gold certificate, because it's backed by something that is real and tangible. This illusion that Congress sets a budget and goes to the Fed and says we need this, and the Fed says, hey, no problem, man, we'll do that. But in doing that, man, like I said, they're paying for the money basically at the paper and ink price, and then loaning it back to our government and our treasury, which actually prints it, and loaning it back to us at interest and compounded interest at face value. It's just a jag. It's a Ponzi scheme, man.
It's actually, it even goes a little bit worse than that, because they lower the interest rates, the feds, so that the government doesn't have to pay a lot of interest on the money that they borrowed. Okay, but people like you and I that have money in the bank, we're losing money. Instead of making interest on our money, we're only getting pennies on the dollars, because we're paying for the national debt. They're lowering the interest rates.
And by the way, the last time you got an income tax return, how much interest did you get on your return?
0.
You got none. But all that money sat in bank accounts accruing interest and piled on with you, actually exponentially.
But if you owe the IRS, they compound interest daily on your budget.
Exactly. That's why the system is
penalties.
My personal opinion is everybody should be going after the Fed. We should start talking about that loudly. And the IRS. Look at all the shit that the IRS has done to people. Absolutely. Okay, let them keep. Listen, man. The fruits of your labor are yours. So why is it that right off the bat, before you ever get a check, your monies are already being pulled? Well, we could talk about the laws that are passed and this and that. We got to also talk about the legitimacy of those laws. But most people, I mean, look, man, I was ignorant, and I'm still slightly ignorant because, man, it's a lot to absorb.
Well, there's a saying. Well, there's a saying that we all know, and it says that freedom ain't free.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Well, most people's first big investment is going to be a home. That's going to be their biggest investment. Most people.
No, most people's big investments nowadays is in a fucking car.
No, because they lose value. There's no. How you get money on a car?
No, but what
car you buy brand new? What car do you buy that's brand new that goes up in value?
Well, that's the point. Is that you purchase the car?
It's a house. A house goes up in value.
Yeah, the house will go up in value.
That's tangible real estate that you have as an investment.
I know, John. I mean, sorry, guys. What you're saying is that not purchase, you mean investment.
Okay? Yeah, your first major investment is going to be your home.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what. Okay, I thought you said purchase, because like I said,
a good investment because it can get you back and forth to work. So,
yeah.
But I'm my bad guy.
I thought you meant purchase, because like I said.
No, because see, I'm probably one of the oldest people on the panel right now, and I'm going to tell you, I made the biggest mistake of my life by not buying a home when I was young. Okay.
Yep.
And I realized that because every month I paid rent, that money was gone. But if you buy a house, at least you have equity in the home. You're not losing all your money. But when you rent, that money, you might as well just burn your money because you ain't getting it back.
It's a smart investment, but it's not the end all to be all. Because you as a landlord, okay, you still have all your maintenance, and like somebody said before, if you get some scumbag tenant, that pulls like Pacific Heights on you and destroys your freaking house, you're screwed. You got insurance for that, and not only that, but now they have a new thing where they have a warranty that you can pay for $500 a year. And if anything goes wrong with your home, they'll fix it. You just pay a service fee of like $60.
Here's the thing: is I have property.
You don't get your $500 back.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I have property management that handles all that, so they can deal with anything that handles all that.
Yeah,
my point is this: is that for anybody that has a little bit of money to try to get ahead, gold is not going to be it. Gold's going to be your nest egg for down the line.
Yeah, you need to invest in the shit that's going to keep you stable first, and then you start accruing.
Okay, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we say this? I'll come up with a scenario that'll work for both you guys. Okay,
right.
$40,000. Okay, buy a
house made of gold.
No, hold on. Buy a house made of gold. I mean, buy a house just in general. Rent it out. Buy a house for $40,000. Rent it out for, let's say, $1,000 a month. After the 4 years when the house is paid for, you put 50% of your profit into gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you.
Let me ask you this. Likewise, you talk about rent and being able to pay back and get money and all that. How do you feel about rent control? Because a lot of places are going rent control. Seattle went rent control. They're trying it in Portland. They got it coming down here. So how do you feel about that when they give you rent control and you can't get enough out of your rent to pay for your investment?
Well, here's the thing. Majority of rent control deals with apartments and condominiums. Basically that's multi-use. That has nothing to do with homeowners. See what I'm saying? So that's like in Oakland, near the lake. They had people that have been paying $1,000 for a long time, and this was actually last week.
That's how it is in New York too.
I know. People this was last week. They had an entire apartment complex where people were paying $1,000 a month for rent, right? Forever, for 10, 15 years. Last week, you know what happened? It went up to $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for multi-use. That's for multi-unit homes. That's not for houses. And that's what I'm saying. If you buy a house, then all the profit's yours after everything is set. You don't have to deal with a condominium HOA, which is for life. You can never get out of the HOA or a townhouse. So when you buy a house, it's your shit. You know what I'm saying? If you decide to sell it, it's a flat rate price. You do whatever you want to. But that's what
not always, because my mom's house that's in Florida, she lives in an association.
But that's what I was saying is that if you have something with a condominium, townhouse, or whatever that has HOA, that's different. That's what I was saying. Avoid those. HOA shit is way different. That's for life.
I don't have HOA where I'm at.
Yeah, that's all. I was just saying, just buying a house, period.
Yeah.
A standalone 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 1-bedroom house, whatever. Because what will happen is, if you have a 2-bedroom or more, you got people that got families. You got people that have 2 or 3 kids that don't want to live in an apartment. Once you get a good family in there, the motherfucker's gonna stay forever.
Yeah, but that's a big if,
No, not in the Bay Area, bro.
There's a lot of people that scam rentals. Trust me. They come in, they give you the deposit, they move in, and then they never pay again, and you gotta go to court to try to get them out, and it's not that easy.
Well, I'll put this way:
if you have property, you should try to get that Section 8 voucher shit. You should try to get people that's on Section 8 because that money's gonna be coming in instantly from the government, and all they gotta pay is $8 a month or something silly like that. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but both my rental properties have been rented for over 5 years straight for the same families. So that's what I'm saying. It's just if let's say if you have a place in Portland that you're renting, let's say you have a couple houses that you're renting in Portland that you're renting, then a lot of times people are going to pay that for the convenience of being close to work. You know what I mean? I don't know how the commute is out there, but the fucking commute is here. Yeah, but the commute here in the Bay Area is you have people in the Bay Area that commute 4 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah,
I'm talking 2.5 each way. You got people that live in Sacramento, Stockton, Tracy. Because there are
I know in Hawaii, a lot of homes are rented to multiple families.
Yeah.
Because the cost is so high that you got 3 or 4 families living in a single family home.
Right.
Because they can't afford to have a home on their own.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So when those people are able to, if they have 2 or 3 kids, you know what? They'll probably never be able to save up and make enough money to buy a home. So once you do get them in there, if the price is right, they're going to stay. And generally, if they have kids, the longer they're there, the longer they're going to stay because their kids get established in the neighborhood. There's less likelihood that they're going to be able to get a better job. The wife is going to be able to leave the home or whatever. So, I mean, it's a win-win, bro. Like I said, I'm glad that I did it. I wish I would have did it earlier, and I wish I would have sold everything that I had and actually bought more houses. I just got the houses because at the time, my uncle, kept bugging me, man, get a house, get this, get that.
Yeah.
Help the family out. And I was like, fuck. And
now you're doing it. And now you're telling everybody to buy a house. That's how it works.
Yeah. Well,
once you find out what works, then you wanted everybody to do it.
Yeah, because let's say with Conspiracy Box. I mean, come on, bro. You're in Vegas. So man, it's there's just a lot of people who are moving to Vegas.
For sure. But you got to remember, this is unique, man. This is also unique.
But 10 years ago, the rug got pulled out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The whole time. Look, my father had 2 houses, and he went. Things went bad with him, and I was trying to actually save the 2 houses there and couldn't do a damn thing. But they were doable. The prices were doable. It just I was not in that time frame. I wasn't doing good, you know. But after the boom, when the boom started, and I'm just watching the prices going up and up. I mean, I was still in that house that I was telling you I wanted to buy.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was insane, man. It was insane. And the biggest problem is just people, man.
Okay, no conspiracy. Okay, no, but here's the conspiracy.
That's not a conspiracy. He said an $80,000 house was for fucking $200,000 within a matter of somebody approving that shit. That's horse shit.
But here's the thing, though. No, it's supply and demand. If people want to pay for it, then that's what it's going to be.
Well, no, I agree. I agree. But what I'm saying is that we're talking within a conversation that's already kind of pre-scripted. There's only so far you can go with the conversation within talking about the system.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
In the system.
But hold on, conspiracy. Here's the thing, okay? The house that you were in, now let's flip the script, and you're the owner, right? Mm-hmm. And you said, you know what, fuck it. I want to move to Costa Rica. I don't want this house anymore. I paid $60,000 for it.
Of course, I would try. I would try to get as much as I could.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So you can't blame people for fucking doing what the status quo.
No, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them in the sense of like I know that's the knee jerk reaction to do that. The long stretch, the further nobody was looking at the fact that you are overinflating the price of real estate, and you are going to come to a crash. People were getting just signing off their signature. People with no jobs with their signature would be able to buy homes.
No, I know, John. I know conspiracy, and that was my whole point. I saw it happen, and I saw it happen, and that's what I was saying. That it was an ideology pushed of like houses are going to continue to go up. If you notice that at that point in time, nobody said anything about income. They said fucking nothing about credit. They only said refinance. That was it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But the people who were closing on those houses were making fucking money.
Dude, I still know people right now that are upside down in those type. They're still upside down.
You gotta understand something. That stuff was all orchestrated purposely.
Exactly.
They knew the outcome. They already knew what was going to happen.
Well, but at the one thing I realized about rent is that when I found out that in 5 years' time I spent over $100,000 in rent, and I could have bought a home, that made me realize that rent wasn't the way to go.
Oh, believe me, man.
See, that's my point. Now,
I mean, that's Hawaii. You know, that's probably like San Francisco or LA prices.
No, worse than LA.
Hawaii
that's way worse than LA, sir.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
No, it isn't. LA, the average rent in LA for an apartment is about $2,500.
Yeah, so that's like Hawaii. So that's what I'm saying. So $100,000 in 5 years, you could buy a house. You know, I couldn't buy a house in Hawaii, but I could buy a house in the United States.
And that's my whole point, John. Now let's say that's what I was saying. Like let's say if you had $100,000 to invest in a house, it's going to make you $100,000 back in 10 years. In your case, in 5 years. That means in 5 years you got your money back. Plus you got $20,000 coming in. You got $20K.
Yeah, but the problem is that like in Hawaii, you can't afford to buy because the houses are $500,000 to $1.5 million. I mean, a slumlord house is $500,000.
Yeah.
I mean, the house is junk.
There's an island in Hawaii. They don't even let the natives. If you're not a native, you can't go to. What is it, Lamu or some type of island? They kept all that bullshit away, right? I forget what the name of that island is. Hawaii is a chain of islands. I think I'm tripping.
Well, yeah, but that's my whole point. Is that like, you know, if you want to fuck with gold. You know, if you want to do whatever, it doesn't make any difference to me. I just look at things, and just like you, you know, you kick yourself in the foot. Like, man, you know what? I just spent $100,000. I could be just chilling right now.
But here's the other thing, though. Then you've got that wealth that you can build for your progeny, you know, and that's really where the gold comes into two plays. If the shit goes down, and if you're looking long term, even after you're gone, you know, that's where you're looking at the gold investment being helpful. And if you invest in gold, you might want to look into collectible coins, because at least there you get into three different markets. You get the face value, gold value, and collectible value.
I'll tell you one. I tell you one thing. There's one.
And another thing is, if you hold on to it, the government can't just come take it away because they don't have access to knowing how much gold you have in your house.
And the other
They know how much money you have in your bank. They know how much money you have in the bank. They know what property you own.
But they don't
But
know
if
what's
you
in the
have
lockbox.
assets at your home, they don't know what you have.
Yeah, they don't know what's in the safe. They don't know what's in the lockbox.
What can you exchange?
I mean, you can say that now.
Let's go.
Can I say something? Because I think this is very important. I mean, you can say that now. Did you know that they're making refrigerators right now as we speak to let the authorities know if your food is running low, and the refrigerator will automatically call the CPS to come snatch your children because you don't have no food in your house. So we got to be very careful,
Put a link.
and we have to be very careful about.
Put a link up to that,
man.
Put a link. Yeah, put a link up so because I've never heard that. Even though I mean that falls in line with all the spying and intrusion of your personal.
Yeah, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna post that link, and I'm gonna post another link right behind that that's talking about all the acres that Bill Gates has purchased, and he's actually building a smart city. He started this. It's supposed to be finished by 2030, where it's government ran, where people who had no income, you can move in this new smart city that Bill Gates is building. You're talking tens of thousands of acres of land.
Yeah,
no. That's not in Vegas.
No, I'm saying Vegas could have been that smart city during that boom had they actually done it right. But
no, he's doing it. He's doing it now. But what people don't understand about the smart city, it is fully government ran. That means that the people that they allowed to live there, they don't have to pay for transportation. They won't have to pay for food. They won't have to pay for nothing. It's 100% ran by the government. You understand what I'm saying? But I think there's of course, there's going to be a double-edged sword. I believe that there's nothing for free.
You're going to have to run by the rules and regulations.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, brother, you won't know. I can see we can have a conversation. But let me post this link for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's for real, man. That's for real. That's what's going to end up happening. They want you to make a decision between your comfort and your freedom. And I think that's where a lot of people are fucked up too, because a lot of people would just much rather have their nice little pillow than suffer and sleep on the floor, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, though, you can't judge people. If that's them, that's them. You know what I mean? Like,
no, true. But when you're surrounded by that, there's an ideology that also goes. To me, that's not a go-getter ideology. That's a complacent, laid-back, sheeple, scratch my belly kind of fucking.
Yeah,
but I can't roll with it.
But the same thing, conspiracy though. To each their own in that. You know what I mean? And you can't judge people for who they are. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not judging. Listen, it's judging the ideologies that ultimately.
Yeah, but you can't judge the ideology because you know what? As soon as you get people, trying to do something that they shouldn't do, then that's when shit happens. Sometimes you just gotta leave shit alone and let people be who they are, man.
If I can interrupt, man. When I brought up the gold standard, what can we exchange for goods and services? What tangible can I exchange for a good or a fucking service? I think that's gold. Rather than a fucking fiat.
Well, we used to have the barter system before. We used to have a barter system before, where you like, say for instance, you were a dairy and you had milk, and somebody was a lumberjack and they made 2x4s, and you would trade. I would trade you my milk for so much wood, or whatever. That's how it was before. We would barter with each other. Yeah, whatever good I produced, I would trade with you with what you produced.
But remember, man, that now you know how many people are actually growing their own food, how many actually are actually raising animals and keeping that up. I mean, it's everybody's moving to the cities. Everybody's wanting the city lot. The city. I mean, other than Kanye, I think he did the smart thing, man. Go move and buy all that. Look, I was going to buy 400 acres in Utah around 1999. I was going to do an extreme sports resort up there. It was 3 years before the Olympics. And I literally, when I found the property, it was only a half hour out of Provo. So this is how close it was to everything. And I found the property at $137,000 only. And by the end of the month, I had talked them down to $100,000 for 400 acres. Now, sadly, things fell through, and there's all kinds of reasons for that. But bottom line is, I mean, even back then, 400 acres for $100,000 was insane. That property right now, millions. And, so I mean, I'm in agreement with you, buying land. I mean, I'm more about buying land than the actual property. Now, for income, absolutely, a rental property is definitely a really good way to go, and it's probably the most tangible thing that the average person can do. So you're likewise, I mean, or Datu, right? Is that likewise or Datu? Yeah,
likewise.
You're absolutely 100% correct. And so the argument with the dollar and the gold aside, you are correct in what you're saying. For anybody that's out there that's renting, oh my God, do your best to get into a house. Man, what I'm doing? I'm renting. I live in my studio, so I've actually got a commercial spot that I'm renting. And I'm renting for as much as a nice house, a decent house at this time would cost. And but I don't have the money to get into one, so I'm kind of like in this catch-22. And as soon as I can, I mean, I'm going to invest in something that is going to work for me. But bottom line is, if you're just, if you're hanging and you're getting your money up and all that, invest in some place to live, because you're always going to need some place to live, and that's going to allow you better credit options. Even though I'm not a big credit guy, and
if you decide to move, you can rent it.
Your life.
Yeah, so so he's absolutely right with this. Land and property is definitely, it's definitely right up there with the gold. But the gold has to come after you have some kind of balance in your life. If you're broke as fuck and you're just investing in gold, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I agree.
and so but remember, man, all this is, we're talking in context within the borders of a game that's rigged. Okay, so there's going to be some people that they're going to win and some people are going to fail, but the powers that be are always going to win as long as things are set up the way that they are, and as long as we continue, I'm just going to keep on playing with the game. Well, man, the game's going to keep on evolving to the way they want it, and it's not. It's never going to change.
Yeah.
And so,
I think land is more important than even having a house. Because once you obtain the land, you can put whatever you want on it. I mean, as long as it's fertile and things of that nature.
Within reason, and the laws of that particular state or township or whatever.
Right, because you can grow your own food and things of that nature.
That's it. And I think the investment that everybody should be thinking about is investing in either greenhouses or farm. Invest back into the farmers. Grow that food. Grow that material that's needed for industry. I think that's a really that's a positive way of doing it. Investing in things that are actually commodity.
Bro, I think even if you broke as fuck, invest your money. You're still gonna live.
Oh yeah.
Invest the fucking shit. Maybe damn, man. I should have bought a new pair of Jordans and fucked the bitch, but guess what? I invest.
Hey, hold on, man. I don't know about everywhere else, man.
Of the tunnel, bro, with all good investments.
I don't know about everywhere else where you're at, man. But in Vegas, man, we got all these pawn shops. Every time you go in there, I mean, that whole tennis shoe sneaker fucking world is a big investment. People are just doing that. They're invested in that. I mean, I don't think that's
you would actually be better off, rather than buying the Jordans, is to invest the money into the company that makes the Jordans.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you would think so, but a lot of people don't know the ins and outs of that, and most people are afraid to even try to learn, man. It's out of their spectrum and purview of things that they know.
And that's my point, though, is that saying sometimes being simple is the key, because like you can get, it's like you got these firms that where they talk to you about just basically investing your money in whatever. And it's like, it's like, get the fuck out of my face. You're not talking me out of my money. I get these letters, or I'll get a call. We see you have a house here or a house there. And have you ever thought about refinancing? No, I own my shit. What the fuck I want to play with my money for? Yeah, but if you do this, you do that. No.
Yeah, they do that with me too. They send me a fake check. Oh, you can get $100,000 if you refinance right now.
Hey, that was some good ass. I'm sorry, that was some good ass shit. Likewise, salute to you, bro. Salute to you.
But at the same time, though, it's like I continue to push, so I'm still making money aside from that. You know what I mean? So I'm not in a crunch to where I think about money. I'm
sorry to interrupt you, likewise, but Mano, you were getting to a point. And I wanted you to finish that point.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, you were getting to the point he's saying.
Oh,
Matt
yeah.
was getting to the point.
Yeah, no, what I said is that sometimes being simple is the key, man. It's like, if people don't understand it, it's just go with what works for you. And if the opportunity arises and then you can invest something without investing everything, then that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I've been trying to do, but it's so hard, man. It's so hard to find because I make good money when I work, but I'm not always working. And I'm a union guy, and I work in the entertainment business, and blah blah blah. And I've tried to talk to, because there's a lot of people that don't have on their own, they don't have enough to really invest in something solid. So I've tried to talk to people and say, look, why don't we all get together? Let's talk about let's invest our money together and start purchasing properties. Not for the quick return, but to start building that capability. And even doing that, it's hard to get anybody on the same damn page.
Well, here's the thing. You know what? I don't know.
A lot of people don't have the same vision. They don't
And
have
it's
the
the trust.
same
It's a
drive.
trust factor too.
Actually, John.
A lot of those things they end up fighting over the money later on.
Actually,
So you got to get it down right with your partners.
Actually, you know what? John, in conspiracy. You might remember this. Book of Moses. You're probably too young, but you guys probably remember this, like in 19.
I will never fight over money or a bitch.
What I was gonna say is this is 1998, 1999, when a guy he owned property in Fresno and Santa Rosa and like one other place, and there was a mass eviction where he kicked like 300 people out. I don't know if you remember that.
No. What was the deal? What happened?
Well, basically, what happened was a guy, like, he was some kind of rich, like super rich dude, but he owned like neighborhoods of houses that were not for sale. You had to rent the house, but it was neighborhoods. So if you're just driving through a fucking entire neighborhood. This isn't a gated community or HOA, by the way. These are just houses, and they were fucking all for rent. See what I'm saying? So like when we talk about buying some land, buying a land and getting developers and saying that this entire neighborhood's gonna be for rent. It's not like.
But look here, likewise, I hate to interrupt. You can go up to the courthouse with $2,000 in your pocket, and you can buy an adjudicated property, especially in the South. They selling land down here for $1,000 an acre. So when you say you got 4, that's lightweight. I'm not even really doing shit. Like,
I know, but see, the thing is, it's that.
But I invested it, and it can be worth something. It's light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't fall for the bull. It's just land, my nigga. I gotta go cut down trees and everything on that bitch. Maybe I'll sell the pine. When it get cold outside. But see, maybe in LA and my homie in Hawaii, I'm not a big timer, but shit, I do my due.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you're in a different situation because the property's that cheap because there's no demand for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's another thing is that, like, you have to, if you want to buy land in certain areas like that, you have to get with the Corps of Engineers. You have to get with the city planners. You have to look up what certain companies are doing, like the Walmarts, the Disneyland.
So damn, like, you can go out there and live happily with a camper and a fucking garden patch, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying is that, like,
you don't have to run the rat race. But if you got some work ethic on you, you can just let it sit there. And maybe I might put an apartment complex right there when that area gets built up because I invested in that property when that shit was dirt goddamn cheap. But
you're paying taxes the whole time you're sitting on it.
$100 a year, bro. That ain't shit.
No, okay, no, hold on for a second. Okay, a bug 5352 was saying that Walmart lowers values. That wasn't my point. My point was,
I don't know what property taxes in LA or Hawaii is, but maybe we're talking 2 different points. My bad.
I'm in LA. I'm near Oakland. I'm way up north. I'm like 6 hours from LA. What I was gonna say is that bug 5353 was saying that Walmart lowers property values. Actually, my point was that, like, let's just say I'm getting ready to buy some property, and I got an inside tip that Walmart's going to be building a Walmart, 2 exits down from me.
No.
Okay, I might want to buy some property right off that because wherever there's Walmart, there's going to be a gas station. There's going to be some other type of shit. You know what I mean? That's going to bring in developers. To where you can lease your property and fucking, have people build on it. If there's a fucking, if there's a Disneyland or what's it, whatever, music parks, all that shit. If you're close to that, man, you're making money, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're making
Yeah,
money.
but you know that information is usually saved for insiders. You know, they give it to their friends so they can make the money on it.
Yeah, but my
You know,
point,
it's real hard. It's real hard for an individual to get all that information. You really
I
got to
know.
work hard.
I know, but my point is that, you know, when you buy
Well,
land,
maybe you do the
sometimes
math, man, though, and you can get out of this shit before it crash. You know, you have a special algorithm. I'm pretty sure Likewise is a fan of algorithms. Am I wrong, sir?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, I go by what I see and what I can conjure up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't try to predict the future as far as like who's gonna do what. I can only predict the future on where I need to be and where I need to put my position. I need to put my family in. You know what I mean? So, but I'm saying if you want to play those, then like I said, you know, you just look at like certain things and you say, okay, well, you know, like this certain areas just are just not going to grow, man. I mean, there's just no demand. I mean, you're in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. That's all farmland. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? That's what generates the money there. So there's never.
You're still using algorithms, brother. You're using your own specific. You know, that's.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. I'm going by what I know. Is what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. What you know is based on a set of algorithms. You can break everything down to numbers. So there's this leads to this, and that's, you know, you understand certain things that not only maybe work in general, but you know, there's probably some things that just work for you because you're you.
Right.
You know, but they're all algorithms.
Yeah.
There's whose algorithm are you using? You're using your own. You're not necessarily calling it an algorithm, but you're speculating. You're looking out there. You have knowledge, and so you speculate based on that knowledge.
Algorithms are brilliant. I don't mean to underplay algorithms, because without an algorithm, Facebook would be
exactly. And you know the whole conspiracy box things. You know, I tell people I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy student. And even more correct, I'm someone who's a student of conspiratorial algorithms, and that's really what it is. There's a game plan, and you know, there's different ways of playing that game or doing that particular, like in football. You know, you got different runs that you could do.
It's brilliant. It's right at the end of the tunnel. It's a fucking touchdown, bro.
So you know, the algorithm thing is very, very true. You know. Hey, think about this. Just kind of stepping into that, because I've been saying this to some people, man. I started thinking about this and the whole the way that they've twisted the math up with the kids now. And I mean, I don't know. Some people have an idea that it's a great thing. I don't think it's great, you know. But just to think of this: if math is kind of like the codex of life, you know, and you start changing the mathematics of how people deduce and how they use the algorithms and all that. You're changing the subtext of language, or the order in which people think of things, and how they deduce, how they think. And so, you know, you have all these kids that are being taught this new math that's so different from anything that any of us really ever experienced. You know, 2 + 2 is no longer 4. You know, you have to do 3-4 equations just to render it, and using numbers that don't even exist in that equation. So
imaginary numbers,
you know, so
I'm
it's
a fan of math.
So you know, the whole algorithm thing to me is a very pertinent subject matter, and should be thought about within that, because there's a lot of subtext to that. You know, your likewise, you got your algorithm is definitely based on not only the stuff that you've learned externally to you, but your own personal experiences. And so therefore, when you go to do these things, you're always looking at the familiarities, the things that you know, and that's within the structure of your algorithm, how you think, how you process this stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
Perfect example is just on land. Okay, now what I was saying is, as far as like land. Now I'm looking at a map of Las Vegas, right? Like where they're building that stadium, that Al Davis Stadium. I mean, the Raiders Stadium, right? Now it's pretty much commercial area. And looking at it, it's like there's only like 3 gas stations right next to it. And there's a lot of hotels there. But just imagine, like, you know, having some land near there just because. And all of a sudden things are getting filled in. Like all that land, that all the developments near there have been there, they're already established. So just by that stadium being there, that fucking property's gone through the roof. You know what I mean? especially like right across the street, there's a Chevron, and right across the street from there's like another gas station. You know, then in that little complex, there's a couple restaurants. So what the fuck do you think is going to happen with those restaurants, man? You know, during football season, or when they have monster trucks or whatever events they have there.
Man, I'll tell you what's going to happen, man. They're going to tear that shit down and build other stuff.
No, they won't build it.
I mean, they do it all the time, man. They're out here. There's none of these buildings go up to be permanent. None of them are built in a permanency.
No, what I'm saying is that whoever owns the property is going to get paid a lot more fucking money than you.
Yeah, they'll get paid more money. They'll get paid more money. Man, you've been to Vegas. You know the clusterfuck that's going to cause? It's just insane that they decided to put it right in the middle of town. You know, with all the land we have, they put it right in the middle of town.
Well, you know, with the new Green Deal, they want to rebuild all the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, have you
Let's
guys
make everywhere Vegas.
Have you heard of the new bill, the new way?
What now?
About immigration?
I'm
How
sorry.
the fuck they get water in
Vegas?
Vegas.
Yeah, look up the new way.
The new way?
Yeah, it's a bill that AOC and all them got together. And people that have been deported, we have to pay to bring them back so they can come back and be a citizen.
These people are smoking some shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy.
Damn. I don't think anybody could think that's reason. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that.
Oh, sorry.
Think that's
New Way Forward. It's called New Way Forward.
Yeah, all these wonderful names and tags and hashtags and all that shit that everybody's fucking coming up. It's all, man. I don't know. I love this aspect of social media, but man, I'll tell you what, I'm not a real big fan of social media, dude.
I'm not gonna fucking lie, man. I'm fucking tripping right now. Tripping. Yeah, I was seeing Johnny.
When I first started working on computers.
Hold on. Let homeboy talk, man.
Oh, my fault, man.
No, you. You were saying something. I can't see your name, man. So
That's Books for Moses.
My fault.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Moses. You were saying something, man, before you got stepped on. Go ahead.
Oh shit, yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't tripping on this shit. It was a Disney movie called Johnny's Tsunami, and Johnny went to Colorado and he came back with his black friend at his grandpa's house. I think they was in Hawaii or some shit. How much did that fucking house cost? That shit was right there on the beach. It was dirt cheap in the fucking 90s and shit. Fuck a house. You can just put you can build a house. We're not ignorant. How much did that land cost? They built a fucking Disney movie off that Hawaiian land, bro. And Johnny's Tsunami is probably one of the best Disney movies out. I mean, what you gonna say? Lion King? That shit weak as fuck.
It's a lot of money in Hawaii, man.
A lot of corruption in Hawaii.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of the Hawaiians, man, they're very protective, and by right, you know. I mean, I don't blame them. They're very protective about their islands. They don't have a lot of land, you know.
So the land in Madagascar costs more than the land in Hawaii. That's what you. Lion King costs more than Johnny Tsunami, right?
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jeez. I haven't seen either one of them, man. So.
Man, you need to look it up, man. Look that shit up.
Hey, I was trying to ask Mo earlier, man. Any of you guys ever remember? It was a Richard Dreyfuss movie called Moon Over Parador.
Yeah.
And then there's the what the hell's his name? Bulworth.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Two movies that I think if you got the two characters and you know they had a baby, it kind of looked like Trump. You know, just I think it's the two great movies. People should watch those. They faded into non-existence. Nobody ever talks about them, and they're great movies. You know, one was early '80s, the other one was in the '90s.
Anybody watching the Trump rally in about half an hour?
What new is he going to say?
He's probably going to talk about the impeachment, tearing up the speech, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The new hits.
Yeah, the new hits. He's doing them. He's doing his tour of the new hits. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I like that. Trump on tour.
Hey, that's what it's like. People are out there. People have been out there a couple of days in the snow camping out to get in.
Oh, I know, fucking rock star, man. Yeah, I swear, I never liked the guy, man. But you know, as a president, man, I'm fucking 100% behind him. You know, taking into consideration, I still got an eye open for the fuckery, but
yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of people that are paying attention to some of the like the laws that are being passed and some of these things, and there's some questionable shit in there for sure. You know, I just, you know, I wish they had like a Cliff Note version of all this shit, so that the average person didn't have to sit there and read the pages and pages and pages and try to understand some of the language that they put in there. You know, I mean, I'm sure I can understand it, but I don't think most people are into it, you know. What do y'all think, man? You think everything that you know, just about everything he's doing is being a plus for us? I mean, I know it's being targeted, it's being appearance wise, it's for us.
And you right, Bug. Conservatives are still asleep too. They are. A lot of them fuckers are asleep. I'm not being honest.
Oh no, for sure.
Because I've seen thousands of them. Hate opinions.
Yep. Complacency.
Get triggered.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are fucked up. The conservatives. I'm saying, I don't know what to call them, rhinos or what. I'm gonna call them this fuck up. They fuck ups. They fucktards. You know.
It's pretty true, man. I mean, I'm amazed. Like I said, I'm so. I mean, I said this in one of your one of these broadcasts not too long ago. That for me, man, it feels like just a big old spell came over the states, and some of us got sucked into it, and some of us didn't. And that's what you're looking at. I mean, because for people to, I mean, there's some, you know, I know those of us here, man. Like, there's just some of the ideas that these people put forth, you know, or what they espouse as their knowledge is just. I mean, it's just so ridiculous, man. I can't believe how dumbed down and stupid. Even though I know that was going on, but I mean, it's just like we're extremely dumbed down and stupefied, man.
Yes.
You could thank our education system for that.
Oh, for sure. Well, you know, I think
you know, years of indoctrination.
Yeah. Exactly.
To keep us dumbed down.
Yeah.
You know, we're one of the greatest nations in the world, but our education is like at the bottom when we rank internationally.
That's hard to say. Honestly, that's really hard to say because
we're like 20th.
Yeah, but at the same time, a lot of other countries, they base their education on navigating what's created in the West. You know what I'm saying? So like their understanding has to always equate to dealing with what America's going to do or what the West is going to do.
Okay.
That's why
I went to school in Europe and I went to school here in the United States.
Right.
Totally different.
Well, yeah,
totally different.
Yeah, of course.
They teach things that in the United States they don't even bother to teach you.
Yeah, but what I'm explaining to you is that a lot of
when you're like in 6th grade in Europe, it's the equivalency to being in 7th or 8th grade here in the United States.
I mean, I can see that, but at the same time, like I'm explaining to you, they emphasize that because the thing is you're dealing with the Western world. You see what I'm saying? That's wherever you go in the world, essentially they're going to teach you to do.
We're some of the lowest with mathematics and sciences, where we used to be number 1, and now we're like 20th.
Yeah, because the thing is, like I'm explaining to you,
we don't teach it, we don't push it.
Yeah, but we live it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we live it, but we don't push it. We don't teach it.
Yeah, but we live it and we understand it. Okay, we do it Americans do it every day. Is what I'm saying. I'm going to take back the weed because I'm in and out of this motherfucker all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But everything is.
You know, when I was in college, the first 2 years, the people around me were taking remedial classes because they didn't get to learn what they needed to learn in high school.
Because they didn't have a graphing calculator. I hate to interrupt.
Well, I'll put it like this. In 9th grade, at my public high school, they offered calculus. Okay, that's here in California. In a public high school, they offered calculus. They offered fencing. They offered a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but calculus is where you start in college.
No, this was ninth grade in high school.
Yeah,
that's what I'm explaining to you. Is that like it was there. You know, very few people were interested and all this other. Like they offered fencing, they offered a lot of shit. So, like I said,
well, you got to sell it with a package, man. You just can't say calculus. You gotta involve what calculus plays into and interest people within that.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that like at that point in time, it meant something. Because that was the early '80s. Okay, now it's just different now because you know we have computers, we have other shit to it that's. I mean, you still have to understand how to get there, but there's.
Yeah. Why do you think so many people from Asia come here to go to school? Because it's easier for them. The competition is not as hard. It's easier for them to go to school here.
I just want to say something. No slam on 1776Q, man. But never too late. It's TOO, not TO. Just saying. I'm just kidding, man.
In Asia, there's a lot of competition. I mean, that's all they do is study.
Yeah, but also, John, the level of education, level of the schools, level of the education in those countries is not as high as it is here. Trust me, it's not. They come here.
But their work, the way they work and do their homework and they study,
the work
is a lot more intense than what we do here in the United States.
The work ethic.
So when they come here, it's a lot easier for them because they don't have the same requirement of study like they do in Asia.
Well, I'll put it this way.
I mean, but they still study like that here, and that's why they have an advantage.
I'll put it this way: there's so many people that come from India. So many people come from China and other places that they just doctor the paperwork to get here. You know what I mean? That's what's going on with Nigeria right now. They're shutting that shit down because people are saying that they have these degrees and have this and that. And it's like that shit's all doctored. You know, those people that are coming here to study, they're coming here to study because the education here that they're going to Stanford, Cal, Berkeley, UC Arizona, all that other shit is far beyond what they're able to get in their countries. You know, you got Korea, which essentially banned teaching English there. So you got people going to the Philippines and other places to learn English to deal with what's going on in the Western world. You know, it's also drops in the bucket when we look at China and India because they just have so many people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They have, you know, between those two countries, they may have like 4 billion people. We're what? America's not even 400 million. We're not even 10% of that. So of course it's going to seem like all the Chinese are coming here and they're doing this and doing that, but not everybody that comes here does well. You know, in education, in life, or whatever, it may be better than what they have at home, but not everybody that comes here does well. We just don't know. We just assume that if we see a Chinese person that's not speaking English or whatever, or he may own a business, or he's probably here to study, we don't know. That motherfucker might just be starving. We don't know a fucking thing about him. Because they're humongous. They look the same, they dress the same, their emotions are the same. We don't know when these people are doing bad because they're not going to show it in the public. You know? So like when you go to China, you know, you go to Shanghai, you go to Guangzhou, you know what? You're gonna see a lot of motherfuckers starving sleeping on the street, starving too. It ain't like what motherfuckers think it is, man. Where everybody just comes over from there and they're rich and they're smart, they're intelligent. No, that shit ain't the same, man. It's just that they have that communist country, that communist government over there, to where it's like, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, we're gonna bust your ass, and that's gonna be that.
Mm-hmm. You know, in some of these countries, it's like there's nothing to do but to go to school, learn, and just because that's how it is. And you know, you got smart people walking the streets, and it's a damn poor ass country, and they're broke as fuck. You know, I try to figure that out too, because you know, I mean, it's not like they don't have the ability to uplift themselves. You know, but they come to this country, and for whatever reasons, you know, our system makes it very easy for them in lots of ways.
That's because we're a capitalist system and they're a communist system.
Well, no, it's also the fact that in America, the margin of error here is a lot higher, and there's always recourse. Okay, in those countries, it's not always that way. It's like, you know, the recourse is like here. If you fuck up, you know, things are going to be forgiven, and you know you can try to pay it back if you can. If not, then no big deal. Over there, if you borrow money, it's like, you know what, you're gonna have to let me sleep with your wife for a month, or we're gonna have to cut your finger off.
Yeah, it's definitely associated with the cultural aspects for sure.
That's what that's what I'm saying. So like they'll come over here and they'll do whatever they want to, because no one's gonna question it. You know, not for what they're doing. And like I said, they don't floss. I mean, it's like this. Perfect example.
Well, most of them that come over, they have handlers that handle them when they're here.
No, but even still, what I'm saying is that like they're given the benefit of the doubt on a lot of things. Like Asians commit just as much crime in America as anybody else.
That's a goddamn lie.
Bullshit.
It's just the kind of crime, man.
I know, but that's my point though. Is that like we don't hear about any Asian crime, but you can take a black dude that's a pimp and put him on the news, and people are like, man, look at this low life motherfucker, which he is. Yep. But then you can take a 4 or 5 Chinese motherfuckers that imported some girls over here and put them motherfuckers in a fucking house and had them fucking turning tricks for fucking in massage parlors and shit. But what do people say? Wow.
Well, I retract my previous statement, sir. My bad.
But I'm just saying though, you know what I'm saying? Like the assumption that everybody's doing good, and then when they do something bad, we don't look down on it. We question it. We question who they are and what they do and why they did it. It's kind of like what was the fucking owner of Robert Kraft? Remember, he got busted down in Florida.
Yeah.
In that fucking human trafficking scheme.
Well, massage parlor, but yeah.
But the police were there. The police were there because of the human trafficking, not because of the prostitution.
Yeah.
And that's my point. You see, so who are those people? Who are the players? We don't know.
But Bob Kraft was only actually really getting a massage at the time because it was on camera. That's why you never heard of him getting charged anymore.
No, it's because he's a fucking billionaire, and that's how that works.
Well, they got video. They had video.
I know, but what I'm saying is that like when you have that much money, you just tell people, you know what, make it happen, and here's a blank check. And that's how it's going to be.
When you got that much money, what the hell are you doing going to a massage parlor in the first
Exactly.
place?
The massage parlor should be coming to you.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, okay then. So what does that tell you?
That's what Epstein was doing.
It's called bad choices.
Right.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
But my point is this: is that
thanks,
is that a lot of cultures we will give them the benefit of the doubt on things that we would question about. We would question what an American would do. Now, if John, or let's say if I'm and my brother and my sister are in our 20s and 30s and we're living at home with our parents, we question that. If it's an Asian family or Indian family or somebody from the Himalayas, we don't question it. We say, or Samoans, we say, oh, that's their culture. We give them the benefit of the doubt when they're from other countries. You see what I'm saying? We don't question that shit.
I don't know. I think, well, it's also
that's because you'd be called a racist.
Standard is a hard thing to grasp. It's a hard algorithm.
What's that?
What'd you say about the algorithm?
We don't question certain things, but what's been working, a car, a house, and the radio, what we've been doing since the 70s, we'll switch it up and say, well, that it's been working.
I know what I was saying. I was getting back to my point was that I was getting back to my point in saying that like not everybody who comes to America does good, or they're smart, or they're intelligent. It doesn't work that way. Like what John was saying.
Gold is universal. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you have enough gold, you're the man. That's why it's so important to not base shit off bullshit, to base it off something tangible.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you give me $2 million, you can have your $2 million in gold. I want $2 million in real estate. Fuck that.
So I got a question. Is the gold in bars or in coin, collectible coin? Pre-confiscation gold. Which one is it?
If you're a pussy and you let somebody confiscate what's rightfully yours, you have a different issue on your hands, my man. That's a different issue for different tissue.
Yeah, I'd invest that $2 million in the collectible coin. That'd be the better way to go.
Yeah, fuck that.
You increase your money and then you flip it from there and do the other shit you want to do.
Well, here's the thing. here's the thing for me is like $2 million. Let's just take Vegas for example. Let's just take Vegas for example. $2 million.
Oh, by the way, let's get it right. Now, George Bush Sr. sold us out to China and all that. That's where all that shit really, really started.
Yes.
That was Mr. Go Time. So to just know where it started and know that every single president since then, except for Trump, from what I see, was all part of it.
Actually, it was Clinton because he put China in the World Trade Organization.
Yeah,
but that's what started it all.
Yeah, but the whole. What I'm saying is everything was set in the stage. When they did the NAFTA agreement, that was the beginnings when they started doing
that was under Clinton.
Right.
Yeah, that was under Clinton.
That was you passed it, but the person that was when they
exploiting
were starting it was in George Bush's time.
Yeah, he exploited it, but the thing is, it started under Clinton.
Well, when you say started, you're talking about it was signed into law. That's when they actually right. What I'm saying is the actual plan for it was already underway.
Yeah, he signed NAFTA. And he also signed so that China would be admitted into the World Trade Organization. And then Bush came in, and he exploited it. I wouldn't deny that.
I was talking about Daddy Bush, not Junior. I was talking about Daddy.
Okay.
You got to go back to '91, man. That New World Order speech is.
Well, I only voted for Daddy Bush one time, and after that, I voted for Ross Perot.
Well, just remember, man, that '91 speech on September 11th. That was the go time speech. That was the New World Order speech, and that was the go time. That's what that speech was about. Okay.
Yeah. So I made the mistake thinking that Daddy Bush was going to be like Reagan, and so we voted for him because he was vice president for Reagan.
Are you kidding me, man?
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake.
Like that, dude. That fucker was. They threw him on to Reagan, man. That dude was CIA for years. And
he was
years.
director. Yeah, he was director of CIA for a while. Yeah.
So I mean, it's. You know, a lot of this stuff sounds suspect until you start engaging and understanding the surrounding issues that were going on, the connected stuff, and just the other things that were being placed to direct us into a direction of one world government. That's what was going on. They had to get all the manufacturing out of here, start devaluing, turning us into a service nation instead of a nation that produced. And, well, here we are. Here we are. So it started with Daddy Bush. Exactly. NAFTA was Bush's idea, but Clinton is the one that passed it, and then every other president continued on, and they added things to it. And in Clinton's years, there was a lot of things that were slipped in and signed into law that opened the gates for other things to be able to be done to further us down the path. And that's why, like a lot of people complaining about,
that's
where
saying, Super Predator came in.
Well, they're like, well, what has Trump done? Trump really, look at the economy's not really doing. Well, look, man, this is when you're going to go do a reset. When you're like reestablishing your life, let's say, and you're trying to get your life balanced. There's sacrifices that happen. There are things that you are no longer going to be able to do for a time because you have to suffer that in order to get to the place that you're wanting to get to. And in a lot of ways, a lot of the things that are being done right now under this president are for that. And a lot of people are missing that point. They're looking for the quick fix. Everybody's on television time, man. They want that quick, immediate fix. And, it's just not happening that way. Absolutely. Eisenhower and Kennedy, man. It was amazing to me that I had never heard those speeches until about 10 years ago. And I've been Mr. Conspiracy fucking guy for almost 30 years now. So it's crazy. But that's for real. That's real stuff. And nobody, people don't, that's Eisenhower. That's industrial complex. Yeah.
Did you hear that Pelosi's telling Facebook that they want him to take down that video of her tearing up the speech?
They want to take down the video. They want YouTube to take down the video?
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. Pelosi told Facebook to take it down. They won't do it. They said they're not going to do it.
Oh, no. What everybody should do is just download a copy of it and keep on reposting it. Blast that fucking thing. Just repost it, saturate it. It's a real response.
They won't even let me type Eric Caramella into the chat room because the whistleblower.
Yeah. Well, I'm not on there anyway, man, so I can't really talk a lot of shit, man. I've been done with that for too long now. 5 years I've been off of that.
Yeah. Well, no, Eric Caramella is the guy that supposed whistleblower that started this whole impeachment thing, this recent one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, his name is Eric Caramella.
I agree. Trump's kept his promises as far as I can see. I'm just more curious about the details of the things that he's passed. You know?
That's right.
The details of the things that he's passed. That's what I'm really curious about. You know, and it doesn't necessarily mean that Trump's the man that caused that to happen. There's a lot of people, you know. What do you guys know about these the little pieces that they can slip into bills anonymously?
Yeah.
Know, and it can have nothing to do with the bill, but if the bill passes, it like engages that.
Yeah, it's a rider.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable shit. You know, it's the fuckery is deep, man.
It is.
You know,
they used to call it pork before.
Before they called it pork?
They called it pork.
Yeah, of course, yes. Pork. Yeah,
pork barrel.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Pork barrel.
And that new wave U.S. taxpayers will pay for it.
You know, that's how they get people to vote for it, is they go to each state and say, okay, I'll give you this if you sign on, and they add that to the bill.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. They can do it anonymously, and they put some I mean, you know, there's a reason why these people come out millionaires, you know, and you know, we should be taking a task to that, man. This income tax thing is a big fuckery. It's that little bit of money that's usually taken out, man. It could serve people a lot better. But
well, you know that.
Then again, let me caveat this though. I used to believe that. I think the state of dumbing down is so bad and severe that it's just, you know, that ain't gonna work.
Well, you know that the Congress and the House are both exempt from most laws, right?
Oh, of course, they exempt themselves from most. I mean, there's good reason for
go
some
figure
of it.
that.
But when they passed that health bill and they exempted themselves, man.
Yep.
That's you know I've watched so many times when the populace should have risen up, like seriously risen up, and say, oh no, you ain't fucking doing that.
Well, you know, when the government shuts down, they still get paid. That's they wrote a bill, so they get paid even if the government is shut down.
Right.
Nobody else gets paid.
That's a goddamn lie, because they still got to go to football games, and when a black person kneel, they'll just spend $500,000. They don't even want to watch the game. What's that vice president that went to a fucking football game because somebody kneeled? It costs $500,000.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is that you have to pay your politicians, you have to pay your president, you have to pay everybody to keep them from being corruptible. If you don't pay them, somebody else will.
We all pay.
The problem is they are getting paid. The thing is they are getting paid.
I wish Johnny Manziel would be reinstated right now. What the fuck? He was awesome. What the hell, bro?
What, on PlayStation? You lost your mind?
In real fucking life, he was awesome, sir.
Johnny Manziel was a fucking piece of shit.
I mean, he wasn't better than Michael Vick. Let's not, play the semantic
Johnny
thing.
Manziel.
I like football. Goddamn.
We went back into football now.
Here we go.
Manziel was being shit. He's sorry, bro. He couldn't even make the XFL.
Yeah, I'm pretty
What do you think about XFL? What do you think about XFL?
Football player either, but fuck it.
Honestly, I think all sports, professional sports, you have to have a college degree.
Yeah.
I think you have to have college. You should have a college degree to be able to participate in sports, because shit is getting bad right now to where people are just forcing their kids into school, into sports.
Oh, that's been going on for a while too, man. The
And,
has increased.
And one of the things that's going on, like, did you see in the news where those kids beat up the fucking basketball player?
They hated on Tim Tebow when he was playing for the fucking Broncos because he was a fucking Christian.
No, Tim Tebow.
Hey, that was the same year of that yacht. What's that Asian motherfucker that played for New York? Knicks.
Oh, you talking about
Jeremy? What's his name?
Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin. Yeah, Jeremy Lin. It was the same year. It was around the same time.
Yeah, but anyway,
that them two was like, I don't know.
Anyway, if you ask me about sports, I think that to be pretty professional, you should have to have a college degree. Because
bro, great to study. That's like telling Allen Iverson to practice. Like, what the fuck? He been practicing his whole fucking life. He get out there and he score 100 points, and he might not have won the finals, but goddamn, bro, can you not give him his respect?
But here's the thing: is that you have so many hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of kids that are getting put through that system that are leaving with absolutely fucking nothing.
That's horseshit. If you're Iverson cut his braids, but he left with something, sir. That's horseshit.
I'm talking about high school and college. I'm saying to participate in professional sports.
So to go to Georgetown, you have to have a mean ass coach and shit, and you have to practice.
What I'm saying is that I can pull up a video right now and I can show you where a coach is bouncing balls off these motherfuckers' heads and tell them you ain't shit. You going back to the ghetto if you don't do what the fuck I tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying is that like there's too much emphasis on sports.
Because millions of dollars are at stake. Think about this. If you graduate high school and somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, come play for our team. We'll give you $50 million to play for 3 years." You think they're going to go to college?
They don't get paid to play in college, sir. And maybe I would argue the fact that if I bought your fucking jersey, you should at least get the fucking money. But they treat people like pieces of shit.
But that's my point, John. Is that there's so many people that buy into that.
Yeah.
And
parents especially parents. They think, "Oh, this is the best I can get for my kid," and so they tell the kid, "Take the money, take the money."
Absolutely not. I'm just saying, let's say you're Allen Iverson. Let's just say you practice, and let's just say a true fan, number 3, bought your Georgetown jersey. Some of the profits from buying that said jersey should not go to the Georgetown school. It shouldn't go to that coach making $5 million a year. It should go to that fucking player out there crossing motherfuckers up, crossed over Michael Jordan, and shot a motherfucking clean ass jump shot in that motherfucker. The best man crossed his ass, carry on him. Man, shots up. Nah, man, that's the fucking problem and the answer.
No, I think if you ask me, I think anybody that participates in that, because the ones that don't make it, the ones that don't graduate, I mean, a lot of those dudes are gonna be fucked up for life. They're just never gonna have any opportunities. There's not. I mean, basketball, I will say this: basketball, if you're decent in basketball, you can go overseas and play and have a decent career in Australia, the Philippines, and other places.
You can get crossed up like Tyronn Lue, and you can coach the Cleveland Cavaliers, bro. Whatever.
280-pound linemen.
It's your work ethic. I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, we run out of time, y'all. We run out of time after like 2.5 hours almost. You know.
Yep.
I thank y'all for y'all time on here, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
We'll come back when we have more discussions, y'all.
Hey, y'all stay blessed. Stay strong.
Blessed. Thank you for coming here. Thank you all. Both for Moses, likewise, John.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, always a pleasure, man. I'll let them
Yep.
All right, y'all have a good one. Take it easy.
Yeah, we in this right now.
Peace.
Age 49 to 63 and not able to work. This message is for you. New.
All right. All right. I'm gonna end this right here, y'all. Just end this right here with a little music. What up, John? You still sticking around? Okay, everybody gone.
You're gonna live stream the rally tonight?
I am. No, what time was the rally?
It starts in an hour.
Oh shit! I ain't gonna ride with tonight. I'll see, man.
7 o'clock your time.
Okay. I'll probably do it on my second channel if I do.
Just screen share it.
Week, so.
Just screen share it and just walk away.
Yeah. We walk away, right? That's all I do. You like screen share?
You can still get your groove on.
Yeah, let's play this. Thank everybody for coming on here, you dig? And thank you, John, man. Getting out of here. I don't know if I'm coming on and do this, but we'll see. Depends how I feel. In the hallway. Oh, Buffalo's alive already. I love Buffalo. He cool. Thank you everyone for coming on here. I appreciate y'all. Right here. Thank y'all. What up? All right. See y'all. John, you can stay on.